That's why I said, man, I went to school with all white people. She's 14, all white people, but we were the only two black girls.
We need to keep a log of this. We need to keep a log of the show because a lot of our content we can pull from the show before. We need to physically write down the topics and the things that we said we're gonna get back to. All right, Ma. I want to formally.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio, let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monique, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Man, why do you do that every, bruh? Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, all right.
I'll wake y'all up for the morning.
Christmas.
Good morning.
I'm up.
Yep.
I'm up.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
No doubt, no doubt. Welcome everybody for another edition, Monday edition of the Man Cave Morning Show. Let's clap it up. How was y'all weekend?
Great.
Great.
Excellent
Awesome.
weekend.
Everybody had a good weekend?
Yes.
Yes, mate.
Okay.
Bounce back is real.
So now that I woke y'all up with all that noise, all right, let's make the introductions proper. To the left of me, rocking the tunes, that dude, Dr. J.
Yo, what up? How y'all doing? Happy Monday. We coming live from BKS1 Radio.
You already
Turn
know, man.
up.
You already know, man. To my far right, introduce yourself, man.
This is Dawood Ali. And Jay, are you playing classic hip hop, my brother?
Yes,
sir. Are you starting to dig in the
Wrap it up
crates?
for that.
Yes, sir.
With the general? You starting to learn a couple of things
We
here?
bringing the energy.
All right, I'm just, okay. Millennials in the house. All right now.
And to the right of me, yes, it is the super millennial,
The millennial of all
Intelligent.
millennials.
the amazing, the wonderful, the talented, the beautiful. You
Appreciate you. Good morning. Blessings to everyone.
goes by the name of Yo, y'all. Her name is Yo.
The plug.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ran off on the plug twice.
And I am the toilet bowl cleaner, the floor scrubber,
Nah. No, you not.
Storm Norm,
Yeah.
the general. I ain't nobody, but y'all are. But y'all are. Shout out to everybody tuning in right now on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Periscope, on Ustream, and the mother site, WBKS1.com. We're going to have a great show today. We're going to talk about some things. So you're going to want to share this out with a lot of people, whatever you're watching us on. And I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, my brother, and talk to the peoples. So one of the things we're going to talk about today, let's see if I got one of them, what we're going to talk about. And we're going to be
much.
Yes, yes. And we're going to be honest about it. And we're going to be real about it, as we always do. we are going to discuss signs you shouldn't date her. Signs that you shouldn't date her. And definitely shouldn't marry her. All right, so let's go right in with this. I know, you're going to feel some type of way.
Yeah, I'm already have my defensive hat on.
Yeah, we talking about your gender today.
Yeah.
But this is the Man Cave Morning Show. So, ladies, if you need to be in defense, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just going to tell you some signs why you shouldn't date her. And, I'm going to go right to you, man. What's a sign for you that you wouldn't date a woman? Before I even read what we've been...
You trying to get me killed
Nah,
first
not at all.
thing
Not
on
at all.
Monday. You should not date her if she's a whore.
Sheesh. Wow, really?
Yes.
We doing it like that?
So we're not going to talk about there's man whores?
You should not date him.
It's not about us right now.
If he's a whore.
I'm just saying.
Janice DeRossi in Building 410 is a whore.
Jeez, okay. Julian? Dr. J?
Listen.
What's a deal breaker for you? What's a deal breaker for you that you not dating this chick?
If the woman can express some little loyalty to you while y'all just dating without titles and she worried about everybody else, then it ain't worth it, bro.
All right, clap that one up.
Drop the bomb on yourself, young squad. Thank you.
A sign for me that I wouldn't date a woman, she ain't date and wifey material. Let's see here. Yeah, I would say I wouldn't date. Okay, disloyal woman first and foremost.
All right,
disloyal woman, and a woman that don't have her own mind, that's always influenced by her friends and family. Yes.
Yo, before you get in, all joking aside, the mind is important, right? If you're not intelligent, I'm out, right? We joking about you're a whore, you're not, you're this. But if you're not, if you can't express your own point of view, and if you're not strong in your spot, we do not date. Very important. That's even more important than looks. And right under that is loyalty. I'm sorry, bro.
And shout out to Kim Bynum on the check-in. Shout out to Dina Frazier on the check-in. Chloe, Ricky, Chanel, we see you. Kimberly Cooper, we see you. Everett Boatwright, bro, we see you. Tyus Poole, we see you. Michael Ross, we see you. Henrietta Green Perry, we see you. Denise Sparrow, good morning. Good morning. We definitely see you, Denise. Sandy Squale on the check-in. My Booski love. Shout out to Hugo Douglas. Shout out to Flash, Pie Lady, Lucretia, Gina Keys. We're going to talk about it today. And you know what, ladies? If you want to, you could tell us a reason, a sign that you wouldn't date a man, too.
Please.
That you wouldn't date a dude, or he not husband material. You can talk about that, too, if you want to, but it's not about us right now. It's about y'all. These are signs you should not date her. Y'all want me to go into the signs?
Absolutely.
Go right into it, General.
Let's get it.
All right. So, signs you shouldn't date her. And this is according to, I think it was fatboy.com. I don't remember the site. But, all right. So, number one, she parties a lot. She parties a lot. Let's drop the bomb on that, man. You know what? I can see why they have that one there. I can see. If she's always out at the club all the time, partying all the time, every weekend she got something to do. On the weekday, she's partying. Thursday night, she at Hugo's. On Thursday night, she at 78. You know what I'm saying? She at this spot, whatever. She's always partying all the time. I look at it like she can't really invest that much into me as far as time, She's always meeting different dudes and guys. She's going out to the club, drinking all the time, whatever like that. I don't know. It's just, a lot of dudes don't see that as wifey material. You know,
agreed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And Woo, why do you agree?
I mean, first of all, I can hear all the women saying now, you know, but men party too. Okay, I think it's a matter
Good morning, Mimi.
Of your perspective. If you're a person that parties all the time, then you can equally yoke with someone that parties all the time as well. For me as an introvert and as a homebody, when you party all the time, to me, just to me, it seems like you're a little unfocused. Yes, enjoy yourself. Yes, have a good time. But there are only 24 hours in a day. And if you're using those 24 hours to continually party, there's probably something productive that you could be doing that you're not doing because you're always out there partying. Again, I'm not saying you can't enjoy yourself, right? But there has to be a balance. And when I see someone that's always running the streets, for me, it appears as though they're running from something. Because if you can't be still and be quiet and be alone with your thoughts and be alone with your God, I'm not interested.
True. Let's clap that up. She has a lot of male friends. Drop the bomb on that.
Yeah, we don't like that.
She has a lot of male friends. Ladies. This is a hard one. Because you know what? I have a lot of female friends. But I'm very respectful towards my relationship. You know what I'm saying? And everything. So this is kind of a hard one. But guys kind of look at it when a female got a lot of dude friends and she got maybe one or two female friends or maybe one female friend, if that. We look at it possibly like maybe she grimy. She be doing a lot of dirt where chicks don't really want to hang around her.
Or you know what else, General? Maybe she's one of the boys. You know, you got that chick that hangs out with you a lot. She's one of the boys. She does everything that you do. Do you look at that chick as wife material? I'm just asking, like, you know what I mean? You don't got to necessarily be grimy or whatever, but somebody that just you treat it like another dude.
Right.
Okay, she got a lot of male friends. She hangs out, but is that who you want to spend the rest of your life with?
Yeah, let's clap it up for that. Shout out to Lisa Tweet Harmon. What's up, Tweet? Patricia Shell Gibbons. Hey, sis. Craig Ski. Avid Anders. Wonder. Chanel Red said, always in the club. No go. Garrett Turner. What's up, G? Rodney Scott. Kim Jones. Stephanie Diaz just joined. Man, shout out to y'all. Y'all on the check-in, man. Yo, I mean, you the female on the panel. What you saying about some of these things?
Plug.
I'm not gonna pretend that this isn't facts. I will say it goes vice versa, but I won't even go into that since we talked about ladies. Yeah, about partying a lot. I guess at the end of the day, can she be faithful to you? She finds value in going, because what do you go out for? You're going out to get intoxicated. You're going out to meet new people.
Attention.
But I will say though about having a lot of male friends and few female friends, girls always have their select group that they go out with. It's a group of girls, and I feel like you always need a group of girls because there's usually like maybe 2 to 3 guy friends who go out with each other. So you need 2 to 3 girlfriends who go out with each other so they can all kind of approach you and everyone can kind of meet each other. And then there's that and third, this, that, you know? So few female friends, I think they have a little bit more than a few female friends. I mean, girls do get catty. I will say that. Not all girls get along. That's fine. But she has a lot of male friends because she goes out a lot.
See, I hear
her number.
I hear
buying her drink.
I hear different. Like, I talked to females before. They be like, you know what? I don't really mess with a lot of chicks like that because, you know what I'm saying? They always grimy. You can't. They too catty, like you say. They too catty. Yeah. They always talking about somebody, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't really trust them. So I don't really have that many female friends. I hang around dudes more than I hang around females. I heard that from a lot of women.
Yeah.
And I wonder why. And shout out to Leroy Hall on the check-in. What's up? What's good, my dude? Leroy said, get out of other people's pockets. Get your money. Okay.
General, I want to follow up something you just said.
Go ahead, and I want to read the comments Chanel said.
Yes, sir. There is something to be said about women not wanting to be around catty women. You know, women that are competitive. So I'm about to hypocritical moment number 3080 again for me on the show. A lot of women that I'm attracted to have so-called male tendencies. What do I mean? They're focused. They don't gossip. They stay on task. They're not envious. They're not catty. They're not jealous. So to that degree, like Yo, for instance, I don't even know this about her, but I get the feeling she might have more male friends than female friends because of the way the thought process is. You know what I mean? Clear, business oriented, not worried about what someone else is wearing and what someone else is doing, and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that degree, I gotta say, yeah, you're gonna have more, right?
Yeah,
male friends,
no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. Shout out to Tammy Tally. That just joined. And if you just joined us on WBKS1.com, or you're watching us live on YouTube right now, or Twitter, Periscope, we're everywhere. Ustream right now, we're live everywhere. We are talking about signs you shouldn't date her. Signs you shouldn't date her. And there's some interesting stuff, and some stuff I agree with. Some stuff I'm like, I'm in the middle one.
Okay.
One of the things is, number 3 is, she's had sex with a lot of men. She's had sex with a lot of men.
Go ahead, yo.
Fellas,
Go ahead and break me down.
Stay out of the woman's vagina.
Go ahead and break me down.
Stay what?
Stay out of the woman's vagina, because we don't talk about what y'all be doing with your little thing too. Okay, that's her business. All right. That's how I feel. Like, do not call someone a whore, and mind your own business, because nobody's questioning who you be laying around with. Okay. I don't take that one. I'm not taking that one.
You know.
So let me ask the question.
You know, I'm going, y'all. You know this.
You're saying that a double standard is not okay, right?
Yeah, no double standards.
So then you should be equally saying that double standards, when it's the female perspective of double standards, shouldn't be okay as well, right?
Yeah.
You sure about that? Because
I
didn't sound too sure.
I know what you're about to say, but I'm just gonna say, go ahead, finish what you're saying. Finish what you're saying then.
No, I'm not even gonna say, but all I'm gonna say is this, right? Yes, nobody wants a whore at the end of the day, but at the same time, it's like, you should not be in the woman's vagina. But if the woman comes to you a certain way, and you know you can sense this promiscuity about her, and she's not being, she's not owning up to it. Like, yeah, I would tell a woman, like, listen, I had my whole days. I'll let you know straight up. If I'm that interested in you, I'll put that out there. You know what I'm saying? So the least I'm expecting back in return is to say, yo, I wasn't perfect. I did my dirt. I had my time. But you know what? I reevaluated myself. So what's up?
And let's read some comments from, clap it up for that, man. Let's read some comments from the chat.
Hello, Chanel. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with number 3, because men be out there rocking. That's what I'm saying. Don't come for the female body part, all right? Because dudes do the same thing. Let us do our thing. That's our business.
It's different, though. It's different.
Nah.
Come on. Somebody got to keep the moral fiber. Listen. Somebody got to hold down the moral fiber.
I agree.
No. Listen.
Females have traditionally always held down the moral fiber. There's a certain standard we uphold y'all to.
I agree.
Ladies, when it comes to your vajayjay. Now, go ahead.
Lisa says, they are picking the wrong friends. I have a large circle of women, and we inspire and uplift one another. We don't do that cattiness. What he just said is my circle. We all have more male tendencies and don't have time for all that hate and jealousy. Same, I hear you. Mimi says, a women keep up too much drama. I have found that men don't have that problem. And Thais says men are very promiscuous too. That's what I'm saying. Like, men, and it's not a secret. Like, we know that dudes are out there doing their thing. So why is it a double standard to when women can go out there and do their thing too? That now we're a hoe.
Let me quote.
Go ahead.
The great
and tweet said real quick. I agree. Don't ask for my vagina facts if you're not giving out your penis facts. Go ahead.
let me quote the great philosopher Lord Jamar. Do you young whippersnappers know who Lord Jamar is and what rap group he represents? He said this. He said, if you got a key that unlocks all locks, it is called the master key. Lord Jamar says this. Okay? If you got a lock that works with any key, it is not a lock. So, is there a double standard? Yes, there is a double standard. Number 1. Number 2, if you want to be held to a low moral standard, just because we live in a society where it's acceptable for a man to have a low moral standard, then you have to be ready to rock with everything that comes along with that. If your coochie is loose,
Bang, bang.
be honest about the fact that your coochie is loose and accept everything that comes along with it. Don't justify. Don't use terminologies like women's sexual liberation and everything else like that. If that's how you want to rock, then come along with all of it. I did not make these rules. But this is the Man Cave Morning Show, and you want to know what men think. This is what we think about you.
Yo.
You a horror. Now, is that wrong? Is that bad?
Wow.
But you asked me what I thought, and I'm telling you that we will smash you and not marry you. So if you want to continue to be smashed, get smashed. If you want to get married, close your legs. Now, yo, please rip me apart.
Wow.
Stop this whole this slut shaming. These hoes ain't loyal, man. Get out of here. Hoe ain't loyal.
Wow.
I ain't mad at you.
Yo,
I hear you. I ain't loyal.
Yo, D Skinner was kind of quoting some of the same thing. He said a key that fits every lock is a master key, but a lock that fits every key is a crappy lock.
Right. It's not even a lock.
Damn.
Women, listen. I'm sorry, about to go in.
Shout out to Hayes Lizzie.
Women are better than men. Women are. Who does not know this? Now, if you want to go down to our level, then be prepared to suffer the griminess that comes with it. I hold you on a pedestal and on high regard. All right? Do I want my daughter to be sexually free? Hell no. Do I want her to have a healthy relationship with someone that loves and cares for her? Yes. Do I want her sleeping out with every Tom, Dick, and so now what? I got a daughter. Now call in and tell me I'm sexist. Go ahead, I'm ready for you. Out of my face.
Well, if you would like to call in and you're not scared, the phone number is 646-233-1302. Yo, call in. Crazy.
Your daughter on a poll.
Discussion right now. Let's read some comments in the chat. And again, if you're just joining us, we're talking about signs you should not date her. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah, Hayes says a red flag is when she's jealous of your bond with family members.
Yes.
She has to go.
Who said that?
Facts. Hayes said that.
Hayes, respect.
Lisa said, LOL, my. Shout out Hayes. Yes, says. Oh, and Hayes also says, hold up. At the beginning of the day, women are really clever, and you might never know she's a hoe. Hey.
I agree. That's true, too. Take your wholeness to your grave, then.
No doubt.
Listen, if you're keeping your health intact, then what else can you say?
Here's my thing, how I feel about the word hoe now. I mean, granted, I came up, I was lucky enough to come up in a 2-parent household. I saw how my mother was. She was very respectful in the street, how she held it down. She wasn't running the streets. She wasn't staying out late, partying, whatever like that. When she did party, she was partying with my father. So I was blessed. I was lucky enough to see all of that. Even with my sister, she wasn't running around with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, I was blessed to see examples of good women, and all the way down to my aunts and everything. But keeping it 100, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a rock with y'all ladies for, women got needs too. I get it. Women got needs too. And if she's single and she's not in a relationship, it's her body. She can do what she want with it. So on that note, I won't even rock the term hoe. I'm going to use the term today. She's sexually independent. She is sexually independent.
I like that.
And let me add to that too.
I'm just going to say that. That's
okay.
If
I'll say you're promiscuous. Go ahead.
Listen, if a woman doesn't kiss and tell, and if the streets don't know her business, then she's all good in my books. That's a quality woman. Like you could do your thing, have your fun, enjoy your sexual freedom. Nobody's gonna knock you for that. But if your business is out there in the streets, if I'm on a date with you and everybody's looking at me sideways, or if after the date I go back and somebody from the neighborhood seen me with you, and they just like, she ain't no good, and all this extra talk.
We're not gonna do that.
No, I'm not saying the hair-sayers, but I'm saying people that are actually talking facts. If you can't come to me as a quality woman and put your business out there or at least lay it out, then that ain't right, because you gonna look at me the same way. You gonna look at me like, oh, why he got 5 baby mothers and he ain't saying it to me, or he done slept with, you know, all these women, and you know he out here trying to act like he a quality man. It's the same thing.
No, I hear you.
Just said,
I hear you.
You
I
can't
hear
have
you.
a double standard, and now you saying nah.
First of all, let me just say that men be lying on their D, okay? They be lying on their D. Just because she's out partying every night and just because she may have a lot of male friends does not necessarily mean she getting down with all of them. Like maybe just like being in good company, you know? Like they be making assumptions, and they make assumptions because we're females, and they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna say it because she probably doing it, you know. They want to. No, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that.
Let me read some quick comments from the
Very
chat.
true.
Shout out to Hayes Lizzie. Hayes Lizzie said, hold up. At the beginning of the day, women are really clever, and you might not never know she's a hoe.
Of course.
Wow. A woman said that. Okay. Latanya M. Smith, shout out to you. If you're not promiscuous, does a man still want a whore and a freak in the bedroom? Absolutely. Absolutely. No, that's real talk. That's real talk. Janelle said, you may never know. Akisa said, yes, hair. Okay. Whatever that means.
Thanks, kids. Appreciate you.
Hayes Lizzie said, yes, look at Kim Kardashian. No shade, but shorty get down. She used to get down. She used to get down. She changed. HRJR, what's up, HRJR? How S. Reed said, when you go to introduce her to your boys, and they all like, what up? Before you say names. True indeed.
Drop the bomb on Captain Reed, please.
Drop the bomb on
Captain
True
Reed.
indeed.
Thank you so
and
much.
They all like, yeah, we know who she is. Yeah, there's
Captain
a problem
Reed.
with that.
Oh my God.
There's a problem with that. Latanya said, a man wants a good girl, although at some time or another.
Oh my God.
And not all women have been promiscuous. Yeah. I get you on that. Well, most men want a good girl, but a freak in the bed.
You know what?
But beauty's in the
Akisa,
eye of
what's up,
the
Kiss?
beholder. Okay, like they said Kim Kardashian in here. Who said that? Hayes said, and Kim
Lizzie.
Kardashian got a whole husband. Hello, like what gave her rose to fame? Her whole family. How did they all get to come up? Ray J.
Yeah. So basically, you're saying
exactly.
what?
Yeah, what's your point, man?
I'm just saying, but
what's
like,
your point?
I'm just saying, I forgot where I was going on with that.
Hey,
I had a thought and then I lost
You're
it.
a whore.
Sinister Rossi
is a whore. Get your own husband. Get your own husband.
Kiss said you can be a freak or a hoe, but be one man's hoe. Exactly.
Yo,
Just clap it up for that.
Kiss, yo.
Be one man's hoe.
You know what? As the person on the panel that actually brought up the term hoe, right? I know how explosive it is. Okay. Yeah. Number one, shout out to hoes. Right. Number one, because a lot of us have
shout
hoes.
Out to hoes.
That's right.
What?
Because let me explain. Because a lot of us men, I learned a lot from hoes.
Shout out to sexually independent women. Go ahead. I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
Okay. Shout out to hoes. Okay. Shout out to promiscuous women and everything else. I definitely have learned some things from that. Me and Pie Lady got into a big argument about the number. Remember this? Do you remember when Pie called in? Yeah. About the number. Listen, you can have a woman right here. She slept with 15 men. You can have another woman right here. She's also slept with 15 men. Numbers exactly the same. But the way she carries herself makes one a hoe and one not. So as a grown-up, right? Grown-ups do grown people things. You understand what I'm saying? But stop telling me there are no hoes in this universe, because there are. There are loose people with loose morals and loose values. I have to
Stop
agree. Telling me that they're not. Now,
I have to agree.
Just because independent women get lumped into the whole category, that doesn't mean that it's right. Okay? But the final point I'm going to make is, women, if you want to have my body count, or Norm's former body count before he got married. If that's what you want to have, then ride with it. You cannot have it both ways. Yes, men are hypocritical. Yes, it's a double standard. And on. You are absolutely 100% right. Okay? I believe in equality, but we're not the same. I do not want a woman with my body count. Now go ahead and call me a hypocrite.
Yeah, clap. Yeah, clap.
Go ahead. I welcome you because I know that I am. I need you to be better. I need you, when I look at you, for me to hold you up for something that I can protect, defend, and provide for.
And you know what?
And I'm not going to do that for a hoe. Sorry, I'm not.
You know what I like about what you said? I need you to be better than me.
Somebody
I need you to be better than me. That's the whole point, ladies. That's the whole point.
We ain't shit. Excuse me.
That's the whole point.
Gotta be decent.
Please.
Please.
You know, I need somebody to uplift me from where I once was.
To make me better.
To make me better.
To inspire me to be a better man.
That's your power. That's your power. Step out on me when I hold you down, though?
Not if I'm a real man.
No, not a real man ain't gonna step out.
A mature man. Excuse me.
Cheating, I feel like the whole cheating culture has been kind of romanticized right now.
Hayes Lizzie said bullshit.
Come on, baby, bring it. Call up, baby. Call up.
I said bull.
No, look at how
Captain Reed. Go ahead.
Look at how Beyonce put out her album about how Jay-Z's cheating on her. Then Jay-Z followed up with an album about how he cheated on his wife and how he's owning up to it and all this, that, and the third. People are saying, well, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Like, she is the most covered. Like, everyone wants Beyonce right now. So the fact that even he steps on his wife, what do you think that's saying to a culture?
Right.
It says that men are dogs. Who doesn't know this? What do you mean? What does it say? We're idiots.
So if I'm better, if you want me to be better than you,
yes, because you are better.
All right, but
you are better.
So I have to deal with the disrespect too.
You know what? Well,
go ahead.
I'm rocking with you.
But go ahead.
80%. No, 80%.
Bring
as
it.
far as, but you know, because we all dogs. We all dogs. All of us are not dogs.
That's
we may have been dog-ish
in our past
at one point in time, but once we find the right woman, the dog stays in his place and accepts the leash.
That dog is now trainable.
Yes. I'm sorry.
It's now a trained dog, bro.
Oh my God. Excuse me.
Look,
I'm sorry.
You give that dog a command and say sit and give him a treat. That dog is all yours.
Chanel says she agrees with you.
Who keeps the dog on the leash?
You.
Who keeps the dog on the leash? The queen. Who keeps the dog on the leash? Who says sit, stay, roll over, and play dead? Who does that? Who says no shit on the carpet? The queen does.
No shit
right?
on the carpet.
And on cross, didn't mean to curse. Yo, women make us better. I'm sorry.
We're going to read some comments.
This is very true.
We're going to read some of your comments.
Bring us up.
We got a lot popping. And we're gonna try to get to most of your comments.
You better be a queen and not a hoe. Shoot.
Why, Latanya? Why is it that a man can have the freak and still go outside of the relationship? That's what I'm saying. Chanel, real talk. A hoe not gonna tell you she had 30 dudes on her jacket. Latanya,
a real hoe would. No, go ahead.
Yeah,
the reality is a man doesn't want another man to get what he has been getting and doesn't want a woman who has slept around.
Facts.
He's like, Jay-Z gonna cheat forever. Hi, lady. It's none of his business. The end. Chanel, I agree with yo. Shout out to you, Chanel. Hayes, Jay-Z like project hoes. Oh man.
Derek's gonna say, but Jay-Z also said,
repairing
his marriage was the hardest thing he had to do,
and being honest about it too.
And Mimi says, if she carries herself as a queen, why does her past matter? Facts.
Because now it should. You now a queen. I agree. You used to be a hoe. You can go from a hoe to a queen. No question. You can rehabilitate that image, and you can go ahead on.
And let's understand one thing. If we dating, I don't really care about your past. I care about your current present. And if you don't strike me as a whole, I'm not asking no questions about your body count, who you done slept with, who you done messed with, because none of that matters.
Yeah, you are.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
It's usually the woman that asks first. Most times. I'm not saying all times. Just
either
most
way,
times.
you asking.
Yeah, and
nah, bro.
Yeah, and tweet said, "LOL, this right here is why a woman needs not to discuss her prior sex life with her man." You know why it's important though, Tweet? You know why it's important? Because
break it down.
You could be taking your woman to an affair, right? To an affair or like Fridays, right? So I go to Fridays all the time. So the dudes, I'm cool with the dudes up in Fridays or whatever like that. Now, all them dudes looking at the female like, damn, I didn't bag that. I had that. Yeah, I hit that before, whatever like that. No man, look, wants a woman, all right, you know what I'm saying, that has been with any of his friends or people that he knows or dudes that he know. You know what I'm saying? So this is why sometimes that question sometimes needs to come up. Yo, let's talk about whatever like that. Because females, keep it 100. If me and you was feeling each other and we was dating, all right, and then you found out that I slept with your girl here, this chick you used to know here, this chick over here that you used to know, this chick you was cool with over here, whatever like that, you'd be like, yo, bye, peace, I'm out. You're gonna have a problem with that. So cut it out. All right, we're gonna take this call. Caller from the 347. State your name where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show. What's good?
Oh, Negro, you know who the hell it is.
It's my girl Kiss.
Oh, wow. That sounds like Mama Jones.
The Hurricane.
It is, Jimmy. It's me. It's Mama.
It's a Category 5 up in this.
No, what's going on? What you have to say about this topic?
Here we go.
Before we switch topics.
Here we go.
Yo, what don't I have to say?
Here we go.
No, I agree with all you guys, from certain standpoints. But like I said, when I said in the comments, I said you can be a freak, you can be a hoe, but it's all good to be one person's hoe. Like personally, well, I mean we've said it before, but I'm like a very, it might be TMI, I'm a very sexual person. At the end of the day,
you're very what? I'm sorry, we didn't hear that part.
Huh?
You said you're a very what?
I'm a very sexual person.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so at the end of the day, I would also prefer to be that way with one person. Like at the end of the day, one thing that I hate about being in a relationship just dealing with somebody is someone who's insecure, someone who thinks that
drop the bomb, boy.
Whatever you say to that person, if I'm dealing with a person, right?
Yes.
And I'm constantly telling this person like, yo, I want to see you.
Yes.
Or I'm craving you, or I'm feeling you, whatever the case is. And then you start hitting me back with so you say and all the bullshit. It's like, okay, at the end of the day, let's keep it 100%. I have options, okay?
Yes.
A lot of options.
Yes.
But do I want those options? That's the end or be all. Do I want the option? So if I'm choosing you, it's because of the fact that you probably meet the criteria, so to speak, of the type of dude that I want to use my wholeness on, or my freakness, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Because it's good to use it on one person. Like when you're known to be a hoe, it's a completely different thing.
So in
promiscuity.
No, go ahead. What you guys say?
No, I'm just saying, to be promiscuous has been something that has always been, I've always, looked at somebody who's promiscuous, okay, that's a hoe who just sleeps around with anything and everybody that moves with a post. That's never good, because once people see you like that,
right,
nobody wants to deal with you. And if they do deal with you, it's just going to be strictly because of the fact that they think that you're easy.
Right.
So, and that's never a great thing.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask y'all this.
Yes.
Or let me ask y'all this. The ladies and the guys.
Yeah.
Y'all know damn well you're going to have a problem if we're in a room together, right? Say we're in a room together, function, whatever, chilling, and there's 3 people in the room that you have slept with, 3 people in the room that the dude has slept with.
Go ahead.
It's gonna be you're gonna feel awkward. It's gonna be some type of tension. It's gonna be some type of tension or whatever like that. And to me, this is the problem. I think people do need to share more. See, y'all saying it ain't nobody's business. Somebody's past is their past, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, if I know a certain female, you know what I'm saying, has slept with 20 dudes in my town.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 20 dudes in my town or whatever like that. I may not. It depends on how much I'm really feeling this girl. I may not want to date her.
You may or you may not.
She may be a hoe.
But give the choice.
I may not want to date her.
Give the choice.
I'm just saying.
Give the choice.
Right.
And to follow what the Hurricane said, I think there's a difference between sexuality and being open and being loose. Right? As a mature grown adult, I'm a sexual person as well. And I will prefer a person that's a little more open sexually than someone that's a little more pulled back. Right? I'm not questioning that. That actually is my preference. But what I'm questioning is the looseness of it. You know what I mean? The fact that morally when I look at you, I go, So I don't want to confuse women's sexuality and empowerment, which I am for 100%. A woman should be empowered. A woman should be sexual just with me. Not with my brother and my cousin and the mailman. That's
Right.
right. It's two different issues here.
Yeah.
We're not talking about your sexuality. Talking about your looseness.
Right.
No,
Exactly. Like, and it's funny because like with me, like I've always been in like I've had very few flings, if you want to call it that. Like I think I've had like one night stand in my entire life. One. And that was actually with somebody who I actually thought could have been a potential suitor. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't looking at him to be like a one-time thing. It was just one of those things where I guess we were both looking for you know, for different things at the time, whatever the case is, and it just happened to happen. But you know, we're still dope friends. You know, he's happy now, and I'm happy for him.
And I'm glad.
But at the same time,
I'm glad you.
You know, I've always been in long-term relationships, so I've never really like dated like that. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been like 4 years, 5 years, you know, 10 years, whatever. So I've never really had the opportunity to like really go out and just like meet a dude one day and just say, okay, like, oh yeah, we're just messing around and whatever case is. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always wanted that one guy that I could say, you know what, well that's my man. So I do whatever and you know whatever I want with him, whatever. You know, because he's down.
Thanks for sharing that. And look, I'm shocked she even brought up the one night stand she had with Flavor Flav because
yeah, right.
I wouldn't have put that out there.
He should be so lucky.
I wouldn't even put that out there. But
Kisses in the entertainment industry. Yes,
we got a lot of comments. We got a lot of comments. Shout out to Pie Lady. Pie Lady said, Norm, all that just says is men are insecure as hell. Women are not the booty. They are humans with a sex drive like men. Take her vagina off a pedestal. Okay, well, let's clap that up. I feel you. Hashtag me too. Hashtag me too. I feel you.
You're a whore.
Shout out to Lisa Tweet Carvin. What's up, Tweet? She said, totally agree, Norm, but if I slept with you years ago and then I get with someone you are friends with and I didn't know you were friends, of course, when I find out, I'm going to tell my man. Yeah, I mess with so-and-so, but damn, I hope a chick isn't feeling her man. Telling her man now on the regular. My bad. You know, these glasses really work.
Right.
Don't be done. What? Don't be done slept with a bunch of your man's friends. Okay. No, I feel you on that.
Because you're gonna get canceled.
No, I feel you on that. And Chanel said, it's only mentioned if you still feeling them.
Read that for Norm. Read that last comment.
She also says, I would never date any man my friends have been with. That's a no zone.
Right.
And
knowingly date someone.
And she also said insecurity is a turn off. Def. And if you believe men can be reformed hoes, so can women.
I agree. You can.
I agree with that too.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I have a question. I have a question for the guys.
Housewife. No, let me stop.
Yo. Yes, you can. If she get Jesus.
Nah, this reform. I do believe people change. Yes, I do.
Change.
On a serious tip.
Yes.
I knew a lot of, I'll use the word promiscuous women from high school, and I look at them today, they deeply in the church and they taking care of their kids and their family. They involved with organizations. They change their whole life around. They ain't out running the streets. So yes, you can change.
A reformed hoe is the best person in the world to have in your corner.
So Norm,
yes,
silly.
I have a question for the guys, right? Because this question is posed a lot when it comes to the idea of a stripper, right?
Right.
Strippers have a certain lifestyle. Would any of the guys? Well, I mean, I know you're married, but I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, would any of the guys on the panel agree to dating a stripper?
I did date a
just
stripper.
because of the fact that we're talking about promiscuity and stuff like that. Because, like, you know, like we say, all strippers aren't hoes. Some of them are just trying to make extra money for whatever it is. And I'm not just talking about just school tuition. You look at a person like Cardi B, who used to be in the strip scene, and like I look at her describing like her relationship with the guy from the Migos or whatever case is, like, you know, the fact of him cheating all the time and him getting caught and whatever. And she genuinely looks like her heart is broken because she has to always answer for the for his actions and always like try to like talk about this is what happened with whatever. Like she seems like really hurt behind it.
Good point.
So
look. I did date a stripper.
We know.
No, but I'm saying.
She brought the stripper shoes to the family function. You remember?
Yeah. So you could tell the story for me, and see, look, I probably would never do it again. I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably, you know, of course I'm married now, but I'm saying if I wasn't married, I probably wouldn't choose to date a stripper again. I did date a stripper.
Right.
I felt very uncomfortable about bringing her around my family because when she did come to visit my mother, she came into Clear Hills.
Did she really?
I kid you not.
Don't make a joke.
I kid you not.
She really did.
She came into Clear Hills.
No, he's serious. He's serious.
Did you disrespect Mom Dukes with stripping heels?
My mother called me in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
My mother called me in the kitchen, and my mother's very smart. She said, "Where does she work?"
That's disrespectful, yo. That's a hole you can't reform.
And just that pressure enough, because I do respect my family. Again, I respect my feeling. I respect how they feel about something like that. I was just like, whatever, man. And then it's just. And I'm not with the lifestyle for that to be my wifey.
Now I'm not gonna I'm not gonna hold it against you, but if you're my woman, you could no longer strip. Now, if that's gonna cause a relationship to end, then we out of relationship.
Oh, so you that dude from Players Club?
What's that? I guess.
You better put that money she's losing back into her pocket, though.
Let me tell you something. As a man with a daughter, newsflash. You can make money without a pole. You can make money with your mind. Stop it, Shaka. Stop it. When I look at you. When I look at my daughter, I don't see stripper and I don't see hoe. So please stop defending this. I know you're defending women, but stop defending cruddy behavior. I'm not gonna hold it against you. I want you to be a good person, but baby, we're gonna have to move on. Now, if you with me, you're gonna have to put the pole down. And to what Norm says, I'm shocked. Real talk, no jokes, all jokes aside. You came to Mom Duke's house with some Clear Heels on, you ain't got no sense. You ain't got no upbringing and no training. You're a whore. That's
so wait,
Dawood.
Yes. Okay, but by you saying that, what if you met a girl, right?
Go ahead.
Who was like the most beautiful thing on the earth to you?
Go ahead.
And she happened to be a stripper, but she also came to you and said, "Okay, Dawood, I'm a stripper. Yes, I am.
Yes.
But I don't want to be. So will you help me? If you love me, will you help me try to find maybe, maybe like find my niche or whatever the case is? Maybe she doesn't want to be a stripper. Maybe she's just doing because she can't find work anywhere else. Would you help her if you loved her enough?
You had me until you said, "Can you help me?" In that sense. Now you just pimping. Now you just got one John instead of 10. You're whoring me now. No.
I'm saying that's not fair. I'm saying if she's a good girl and she happens to do that just because of the fact that she can't find anything else, and she came to you and said, "Look, this is not what I want to do. Can you help guide me into maybe finding better work?" Or whatever the case is, would you give her the chance? Like, are you just shut every stripper down?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Caller from the 702.
And I want to answer her question. Go ahead.
State your name. State your name where you calling from.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay. This is Hayes. I just wanted to weigh in about strippers. I'm not pro-stripper, anti-stripper. However, I live in Las Vegas where strippers really make $100,000 a year, and girls here graduate high school and want to be a stripper. Like, it's a real profession. So, with that being said, if you can make $100,000 a year, just take your damn clothes off. I'm not knocking nobody.
Listen, and if you want to take your clothes off and make money, do that.
As long as that stripper doesn't graduate,
right? As long as you want to do.
But you know what?
But there's other ways to make money out here for women.
What you'll do, unless you with that woman who's making $100,000 a year and she got you driving Porsches and Jags, because I see it out here all the time.
No, I agree. Listen. I agree that that's where your value lies. If you stripping and buy Porsches and Jazz, and that's what means something to you, rock with it. Don't get mad at me because I'm telling you it doesn't mean anything to me. Because if you got some integrity,
I'm not mad.
If you got integrity
on the situation,
no respect. If you got integrity, then we're gonna rock out and build something together. Because if you have intelligence, we can get money. Money comes and money goes. I'm not selling out for no money. No, women. Listen, women can be more than just that. But I'm not mad at them either. That's how you make your money.
Right, that's true.
But you ain't gonna be my woman. Just say go. Right? So go get you a gold digger, right? Or whatever,
So you never wanted to date a stripper?
I have dated strippers. What I dated, right? Yes. So wait. I have. So go ahead and pile in. Would I date a stripper now? I'm telling you at this point in my life, if you're with me, you're not stripping anymore. Now, if that's not cool with you, then that means we're not in a relationship. Because you can get a whole lot of simps out here that buy that stuff you're selling. Go get you a simp.
Right.
Go get you a non-alpha male. Go get you a man that doesn't want to protect, defend, and I'm getting tongue-tied here. I don't want to defend a hoe. I'm sorry. I'm not laying I'm not laying my life down for a hoe. I'm not. Go get a simp.
I have an issue because I don't think a stripper equals hoe.
But so then why? Right. Okay, so why did you say she makes $100,000 a year and she drives a Jag? Then why do you bring that up?
Because she could be making it honestly. Because she might be making it honestly without throwing her ass everywhere.
Listen, have some classy strip clubs here.
Listen to
really
me.
Classy. And the women are like not. They don't look like they don't act like hoes.
Listen,
you know, a sensual dance or whatever they do.
And continue to make your money doing that, right? But also ride with everything that comes with it. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Make your money, do everything you need to do, but don't tell me what I gotta think and I gotta feel. Don't. I'm not riding with you. That's it. Now, if you want somebody else you want to ride with, go ahead.
No,
but we know what you are and what you do.
It is a bad sign if you're embarrassed to introduce her to your mom.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, after my mom said that, my mom shut me down. I ain't gonna front.
My daughter gonna be a lawyer, not a stripper. Sorry.
My mother shut me down. I felt like
having my daughter strip. Get out your mind.
1 inch tall. You know what I'm saying? My mother said, "Where does she work?"
Clear heels, disrespect.
Right.
Yeah, and I lied at first. I was like, she works at a restaurant. I said she works at Hooters.
Right. Well,
and my mother said, I've seen Hooters. I've seen Hooters girls. She doesn't work at no Hooters, boy. Where does she work?
Right.
And then I was like, oh, Mom, you know, I got to go. I got to take her to work. She said, yeah, all right. She's like,
honestly.
My mother said, don't get yourself in no trouble. And she left it at that. But my mother knew.
And that woman is trouble.
She didn't have enough sense not to, come on. You're going to have respect for the adults. And that's where I'll draw the line. I'll break up with her at that point. Like, dating a stripper, that's one thing. But if you have morals, if you have values, then I can look past the fact that you're a stripper. Like, respect me, respect my family. Then what else could you ask for?
So now, if you just join us, and shout out to everybody on the line. If you just join us, we're talking about signs you shouldn't date her, and one of the things is let's go right to number 4. Then we're gonna go to number 4. She tries to control you with sex. She tries to. Do y'all agree with that one? She tries to control you with sex. Is that a reason?
I totally control my man with sex. So I mean, so what?
Is that a reason not to date a woman or wife a woman because she tries to control you with sex?
No.
Okay.
Well, I
that's
think
what
that
y'all
is
want at the end of the day, is it not?
Say again.
Is that what y'all want at the end of the day?
Do tell.
You tell me.
Explain that. What are you saying when you say that's what we want?
Yeah. So
okay, you know
we're
what?
Taking advantage of the fact that that's what you want at the end of the day.
You know what I want? A woman that's just with me, that's not sleeping with other men, right? That's attractive to me, and that's sexually free. That's what I want. Now, I don't want anyone controlling me.
I want a lot.
Sex or not.
Y'all want babies. Y'all want us to be queens.
And women want a lot too. I agree.
Y'all want a lot.
I agree. And women want. And you know what women want?
And then be a hoe at night in the bedroom. I'm confused.
No. Hold on. You know what women want? You know what women want? Everything. Women want everything. So don't give me that, sis.
That is not true.
So then it's not true that we want a lot.
From my perspective, I am so simple. Like a picnic in the park I'm good.
Yeah. Like with me, I have this. And Norm, you know. Like I have this issue with being not. I don't want to say emotionally attached, but if you're dealing with somebody who you can you have a lot in common with. You enjoy their company. Mm-hmm. The sex is amazing. Whatever it may be. I've always been the type of person that I've always enjoyed being with somebody who I can spend some time with. I've never been the type to get comfortable to ask anybody that I was with, for money, or I need this, or I need that, or I need my nails done, I need whatever. If I can't do it by myself, I'm not going to ask you for shit. So if I'm just asking you for time, and you can't give me time, then you're not the one for me. So at the end of the day, if I'm the type of person that I can look at somebody, if I can look at a man and say, you know what, he turns me on completely, I don't want to have sex with anybody else but him, and I want to spend the majority of my time that I can I possibly can with this person, but you constantly turn me down for whatever the reason is because you have better things to do, then you're not the person for me. At the end of the day, I don't need you. I just choose you. And if I choose you and you can't comply with whatever it is that you claim you want from a woman.
Right.
Because guys will sit there and say, oh, I want a woman that's going to call me and say, babe, I want you to come over right now and be spontaneous. But then when you get that person, it's like, you can't handle the shit. Like, they turn into a bunch of bitches. So it's like, so what's the point? So I might as well date a fucking female because most of these dudes out here now are like girls.
Then you was dating a boy or a bitch or a female, like you said. We talking about dating men.
Wow.
No, but even it's become a huge problem. It's become a huge problem with men.
I agree.
I'm talking about men over 40 that you can look at and say, okay, yeah, I see you. I've known you for so and so years, whatever. I know what type of woman you are. And that's what I want. But then the minute I'm calling you, like, okay, I don't want shit from you, but can you come just lay me down real quick? Like, what's the problem? And then you can't even give me that. Like, you can't even give me time. I'm not even asking you for money to get around or money for my rent like most chicks do. Or, there's a lot of chicks out here that have full-paying jobs and take advantage of a dude who has money just because they don't want to spend it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you get a simple chick, you know what? Come on.
Come on. Then you were with an insecure man. That's who you were dating
cater
at that
to
time.
Women that are clingy and they want. When you're a woman, from my perspective, when you're a woman and you don't really want them for nothing, they're like lost. Like, well,
exactly.
Then you are dealing with insecure men.
Because why? Why though?
And wait,
because they're insecure men.
Ladies, thanks. We got to change the dynamics real quick. We got to read some comments from the chat.
Okay.
Just hold on 1 second. Let's read some comments from the chat. Let's start with Danielle Spencer's comment. Welcome, Danielle. Hey,
Dr. D.
Julius.
Hey, Danielle.
Julius was like, man, I'm just sitting back, popcorn in hand. Honestly, this topic is hot. And then Danielle was just like, Julius, share that popcorn.
You need to call in and help me fight these women off, boy. That's what you need to do.
Jeez.
Pie Lady was just like, not everyone wants to be your woman, though. Some will want her. Okay, so at the end of the day, someone's going to want her.
Okay.
Possibly true.
Okay.
And
Derek Skinner said something in there.
Kane was like that could be the person he dated before you. And
you said D Skinner?
I don't see Derek. Sorry, I don't have that one unless you see it.
Yeah, I see a lot of comments up in there. Shout out to Kane Nova on the check. Let's read some of Kane Nova's chats.
And while we're waiting on that, don't date insecure men or simps. Don't date them.
Facts.
Yeah, for real.
Because that's what you was talking about earlier.
Yo, when
insecure men.
Yeah.
When y'all finish all this hooting and hollering, I'ma slowly depolarize this convo.
Oh,
no doubt.
Wow.
Kane Nova said you can be sexual without it being known to everyone.
Agreed.
It's relative to the type of people, the people you out here with too. Yes, it's relative to the type of people you out here with too. Let's clap it up for Kane Nova. Shout out to Kane Nova. Lot of comments. Shout out to Bernadette Robinson. But anyway, I mean, you got to agree with some of these points though, when it comes to you shouldn't date her because like I'm not gonna front. If I know she's promiscuous from the door, my attraction level is going to change. If I know that from the door,
right?
So it's going to change from the door if I know she's very promiscuous. And then number 5 is did we read number 5?
Yeah.
Your friends and family really don't like her. I mean, it's
what people think though.
It's sort of important. I think it's important to everybody that some of your friends, or at least some of your family, like who you're with. You don't think that's important?
As a young man, if you did not like her, I would date her more. Just me and you against the world, baby. Now as I'm older, I'm like, my daughter don't like you, my son don't like you, my mama don't like you, Norm don't like you, my cousin don't like you. I'm like,
look, I know.
You see what I'm saying?
When it comes to
That's perspective.
But to an extent.
No, but not for nothing, Dawood. Like, honestly, you can't go by that all the time. You can't go by that.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, I do weigh it. Listen, when I was a young man, if everyone hated the woman, because I'm a reformed simp, if everyone hated the woman, that would attract me more to the woman. I'm not like that anymore.
I get you.
You follow what I'm saying? As an older, more seasoned man, I'm like, wait a minute now. Now, I'm going to make my own decision as a grown man. But if my daughter, let me tell you something. If my daughter pull me to the side I'm telling you right now, if my son and my daughter both, if my son goes no and my daughter goes no, look, and the dog is like, you might not make it.
The dog, though.
Yeah, you might not make it.
Let me tell you, God bless my sister and God rest her soul. But my sister told me about one person I was in a committed relationship with. She's like, bruh, I don't like that girl. It's like, she a hoe.
Was she right?
She's like, she a hoe. She out there. She out to get what she can. And lo and behold,
she's right.
I'm gonna leave it alone. But she was on point. She basically was on point. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you do need to take heed. At least put it in your back pocket when somebody tells you about somebody or whatever. Especially if you know they don't have an agenda and they're just telling you to look out for you, for your own good. So sometimes you got to put things in your back pocket.
I think that's where understanding comes into play. If you have that strong bond with that individual and you know that you're getting genuineness from, the situation, then somebody else that's a haysayer shouldn't be able to break that you got. But if it's not strong and the bond, like for example, you say your sister, I'm pretty sure you and your sister had a really strong bond to the point if she say something, she knows what she's talking about. So you gonna take her word because she co-signing and she gonna vouch on what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just anybody just talking out the ass and they ain't got no relative facts to prove what they saying and put some put it in the pie or whatever, like they just talking because they probably hating or jealous.
Right, and that was my point. That was my point. What Julian just said. Like, I had a situation where even my daughter, and she'll come on the air and say it herself. Like, I had a situation where she's all that I've ever known. Like, when you're attached to your only child at the hip since day one.
Right.
They like my daughter swears she's my husband. My daughter she thinks she's like the pit bull. Like, if she sees one thing she doesn't like, she's like ready to bark and bite. So like I had a situation where she clearly was just being a straight biatch. and she actually even like admitted to it. She was like, at one point I was just like upset because you were spending time with him and it was a new relationship, whatever, and I missed spending time with you. But I was like balancing the two the best way that I possibly could. And at the end of the day, you have to be careful with stuff because sometimes family, because you're not giving them your undivided, for whatever reason, they'll try to make it seem like the person that you're with is a bad person when genuinely they're not.
Chanel was
jealous, right?
Yeah, Chanel was like, number 5 is not a deal breaker. I hear you. Like, number 5 is not a deal breaker. But I feel like you can't, if you're giving constructive criticism as to why this person you don't like, then okay, I'll take it and I'll put it in the back of my head and then move accordingly. But if you're just saying I don't like her because she got this look about her, then you can't validate that. You can't just take that.
Let's clap that up. We're gonna move on to number 6. Number 6 is she's obsessed with social media and validation.
She's canceled then.
Wow.
Canceled.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
I have a cousin right now.
Nothing to talk
they haven't been married 1 year, and he's already like, I don't know how long this is going to last because every day she's just in her phone. She won't get off social media. We don't talk. It's like it's killing the relationship.
Yep.
They're not even married a year.
Yeah, it's a problem. Social media can be a problem in a relationship, definitely. And if she's overly obsessed with that, if she's worried about your comments to something, if she's worried about your post to something all the time, she's constantly on social media, whatever like that. Oh, why'd you like her picture? Oh, blah, 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 and this and that. It could be a problem. You know what I'm saying? That may not be somebody you want to wife up, and the same thing with females, that may not be a dude you going to want to say that's my man or you want to be a husband, you know what I'm saying? So it's things like that you got to look at.
That speaks to the insecurity fact that we were talking about earlier. Insecurity was a deal breaker earlier in the conversation. We were all up in the chat. If you have no type of confidence, you got to come to me with your cup full, in a relationship. If your cup is not full, then you're not ready to be in a relationship. That's just what it comes down to. And if you're insecure, you got to find validation off the internet, and you can't just deal with it coming in from me. Then what are we together for?
So let's wrap that up. So let me ask y'all this. So is number 6 a deal breaker? Is that a deal breaker?
Yeah, Chanel read. She said number 6 is a deal breaker, and I believe so too.
And just want to add on.
Of course.
That is a deal breaker. Just want to add one more thing with number 5. If you're a woman in my life, my daughter, my sister, my niece, protect me. because I'm stupid and I'm slow. If you see that woman out here that's taking advantage of me and that don't mean me no good, you got the right to hit me in the head. I'll be too busy looking at the booty or some old foolishness and can't see what another woman sees. Okay, carry on. Yeah, internet bad. But if you love me and protect me, protect me from hoes.
Yeah, I just don't want to be getting in the beefs like every 5 seconds over social media.
Right.
No doubt. And thanks, Hayes, Lizzie, for joining in. Thanks for your call. We're gonna go right to number 7. Let's see if y'all agree or disagree. Her closest female friends are promiscuous.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Yes,
Birds of a feather flock together.
Not always.
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
I'm gonna go with that one.
I've seen it.
There's always a special case. I hear you, kids. There's always a special case, but I will always say.
Not always, because I have a lot of whole ass friends.
You are the company,
and I am not one.
But you're not with them on the regular, are you? Are you with them on the regular?
Huh?
Are you with your whole friends on the regular?
Acquaintances. I don't think you got whole friends.
But yo, that's
some of them no, but some of them yes. Like so it's to the point that it's like it kind of gets tired. Like if you're gonna hang out with certain people, it's not fair to be labeled as they are because you're not that way. You know what I'm saying? Like just because I love you and I think that you're an amazing person underneath the wholeness, and I'm trying to get you out of it, doesn't mean that I'm the same way because I chill with you.
So let me ask a question. Could you say that's the same thing as like you got this one super bad shorty, right? And she and this real weird squad of friends, like the whole group is a bunch of ducks, and she's just the baddest joint in there. Like, could you say that's the same thing as that? Like you said, you not a hoe, but you got some friends that got hoe tendencies, but y'all still friends though. You ain't gonna, knock them for what they do, but y'all still continue and hold y'all friendship. But the one chick,
the
example, you got the one chick, she's super bad, and all her friends probably ugly as hell, or not as bad as her. I'm not gonna say ugly because that's a bad word, but they not of visual quality as her. You know what I'm saying? But they all still get it. They all still get along. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I've been friends with a lot of different females of all different types. You know what I'm saying? But like honestly, like I said earlier, when I said you can be a hoe and you can be a freak and you can be all these things, but it doesn't necessarily have to be with 1,001 different dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when people are doing that, it's because they don't know what they want, or maybe they're lost a little bit. But with me, I've always been friends with different types of chicks, and we've all had the same type of like sense of humor like that. And like we have, like I have whole tendencies, but not to the extreme where I'm looking. Well, you can laugh, but when I say that, I don't say it in a way where it's like I have whole tendencies because I'm thinking about calling, Deshaun one day, Todd the next day, Tyreek the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be with one dude that I can just go all out with. And he could be like, that's my bitch. You get what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm his and, vice versa. But it's not like I'm just known for being on the block type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference.
Listen,
all right,
Danielle Spencer says the company you keep says a lot. And I'm going to attest to that because I was in a relationship in college. Like, it was a buddy relationship. We're trying to see where things were going to go. And he found out that my girlfriend was dating one of his friends, right? So they're dating, but she gave it up on the first night. All right, they did the thing the first time they hung out. Like they just did all that. I promise you, there was a change in my relationship with the dude I was talking with after that, because I feel like he assumed that I was the same way. And I started talking to him first. Like we already were getting things going inside the third, but since she gave it up on the first night, he thought that I was the same way, that he was going to be able to get it the same way. And then that messed up my whole relationship. We didn't even make it after that.
Yeah,
that's tough.
I mean, it just showed that he had a very devious intention that he didn't even care about hiding, because he going off of the fact that, my man's got the buns from her friends, so I'm going to get the buns too.
Here's how I look at that situation too. While some guys would be like, you know what, I don't know, like her friends are out there, whatever like that. A dude always gonna feel like, you know what, when her promiscuous friends ask her to go out, we gonna be a little cautious. We gonna be a little suspect. Like, okay, y'all going out, and if they getting into a little something, are you gonna be getting into a little something? So if y'all go out somewhere and and they meet up, it's 4 of y'all meet up with 4 guys, or well, if they meet up with 4 guys, whatever like that, they're gonna want you at least to sit down or be with them or whatever like that. Guys see, men gonna always think like your girls are gonna be trying to pull you into some dirt. We do think like that. We do think like that, especially.
Yeah, but you can tell though, Norm. Like you could go out with a group of 6 girls. I remember one time I went out with like 7 friends, and they were all bugging the hell out. When I say bugging the hell out, they were talking to everything that moved, and they all literally left me sitting at the bar just to leave with the guys that they met at the bar, and I'm just sitting there like a fool.
Yo,
looking
that's
stupid.
phony.
But at the end of the day, one guy came over and was like, "Okay, we see who's the good one out the bunch." So you can always tell who's with the drama and with the with the craziness and who's not. You can always tell. It's easy to spot it.
I want to chime in, like, because I'm not telling anyone who they can and cannot be friends with. But if you got a friend and their character doesn't meet your character, you got to reevaluate the friendship.
You shouldn't be friends with them.
No,
yeah,
talk,
exactly.
Like, of course, we can have people there are people that we were close to that we had to cut off.
Right.
Because, listen, Norm is married. No, you know what I mean? So if you got a friend constantly, yo, let's go to the club, Norm. Yo, your wife is this and this and that and the third. You know what's gonna happen to that friend? Norm, they're gonna get cut off. So I'm not gonna say that's your friend.
Bruh.
You can say that used to be your friend. Then we went to acquaintances, right? But if your character is affecting my life, you're not my friend.
Let me tell you, one of my boys, this was after I got married, right after I got married, hit me up that I used to run with back in the day, was like, yo, there's gonna be this locked door at this club, such and such, yo, come on in, just bring, I got you. Don't worry, you ain't got to pay for nothing.
He know
I
you
got
married.
you. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, nah, bruh, I'm good. And in my head, I'm like, lose my number.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, I'm not even trying to, I don't even set my. Men got to learn not to even, and women too. If you're in a situation, stop setting yourself up for temptation.
Yes.
Stay out of the temptation.
Righteousness
atmosphere.
is positional.
Yeah, stay out of the temptation
Where you
atmosphere, man. Don't set yourself
up.
And
I'm glad you set that up real quick. I feel like that's the alley-oop because that's where I'm gonna come in and depolarize this conversation real quick. On some real, like, as people, we all know what we are, what we're comfortable with. And we always get caught in this trap of wanting this specific person, but can't accept the things about that individual, and then we want to force them to change. Sometimes individuals aren't always ready for change, you know what I'm saying? So if you can't accept something about this person, or vice versa, they can't accept something about you, happily just walk away, because that's not your pudding right now. That's not for you right now.
Drop the bomb on yourself,
Move
young squire.
on to the next, you know what I'm saying? Because what skin are you losing by, just walking away from the situation and being happy and being comfortable, knowing that, you know what, for example, this is me, I'm a stripper, this is what I'm trying to do until I get my money up to whatever level I get my money up to, and then after that, I'm out the game. If you dating a man and he can't accept that, that man is not for you, because how I feel about the situation right now, it's always levels to this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take a man that's used to driving a Volkswagen buggy and then put him in, like a Kiona Zeg. That's like a supercar. I'm getting real technical right now. Like, you can't put him in a Kiona Zeg and expect him to know what to do with that. You feel me? And vice versa, if you got somebody that's used to the luxury life, rolling in a Phantom or something Rolls Royce or whatever, and you downgrade them to like a Hyundai hybrid or something like that, they're gonna be looking stupid. Like, yo, what am I supposed to do with this? You feel me? So as people, we gotta understand, when we dating and we moving through this journey of life, we always gonna have to filter through to what we want to get to. You feel me?
Absolutely. No, I agree. Let's clap it up for that.
The Bible says, "Don't be unequally yoked."
Shout out to Danielle, Paula, Sandy B. Hayes, Sandberg, Hayes, Lizzie, everybody. I see some comments on the social media. Mimi says some females have been knowing each other since elementary school, and just because they girls are hoes doesn't make you one, and that's a reason. That's not a reason to be her friend. Okay, I get you. Shout out to Mimi.
Facts.
Shout out to Mimi.
Facts.
Danielle Spencer said, just wanted to say I'm glad that you men are in your daughters' lives so that they don't have to get validation from a man by sleeping around, looking for someone to care about. Exactly.
Shout out to all the good fathers out there doing their job.
Exactly. And man, how many more we got left? Because we're gonna go into this next topic. We on the last one?
Because we got another topic we really need. Go ahead.
Oh, we got another fire topic.
We got to talk about this other topic.
Yes. All right, so we on Oh, wait a minute. Number 8 is
Go one more.
7, 8, yeah.
7. What we on? Okay. So number 8 is she still talks to her ex-boyfriends.
Bye.
She still talks to her ex-boyfriends.
Then go back to him. Then go back to him. Because you know why that ex-boyfriend is talking to her? It may be a different reason than she's talking to him. The ex-boyfriend is talking to her because he wanted hit. That's his own. Stop. Now the female may feel differently. I'm a man. I'm telling you, Norm. You a man. You know. He trying to get back. Period. That's his intention. Go back then.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny, man. I'm in the middle with this one, actually. To be honest with you, because like
situations vary.
Yeah, because me being a dude, I know if like my lady's ex is still trying to like call her up. Hey, how you doing? I'm just calling to say how you doing. Blah 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 blah. You're still checking on her, whatever like that. Whatever. I know he got other intentions. You know,
okay, yes, sir.
To constantly reach out, holidays come up. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope you get everything you want.
Yes, he did.
Blah 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 blah. I think there's some intentions or whatever like that. Now I know it's about to sound like a double standard, but like me, I do have ex-female friends. I mean, ex-girlfriends that will contact me or whatever like that, or maybe on social media publicly though, and be like, hey, what's up, Norm? How you doing? Blah 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 blah. And keep it moving, whatever. They moved on, I moved on, and neither one of us thinking about each other. It's just a cordial thing or whatever like that. Because some of your exes you may have been just good friends with. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out or whatever like that. And me, I usually put a timestamp on it. Now if her elementary school boyfriend reached out to her on social media and like, hey, what's up? You know, blah blah blah. I ain't sweating. I don't care about that.
Right.
Whatever.
You're
like
right.
That. You know what I'm saying? But if
agree.
it's an ex, like an ex-husband,
right,
ex-girlfriend that you was in a committed situation with,
right,
or something like that, it's a problem. It's a problem.
It's her recognizing the intention of the person that's contacting her.
It's a problem.
Right. So you realize that those exes are not have the proper intention, and so does your wife.
Yeah.
Right. But your wife also knows. Get rid of her. You know what I mean? Your wife gonna know. And she gonna tell you, you better listen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's clap it up. Shout out to Paula. She made a comment. Can we read Paula's comment?
Paula's like, hi, I'm taking it all in. Just last night I made a post about thing my parents told me. Show me your company and I'll tell you who you are. Birds of a feather flock together.
Agreed.
It's debatable. Hear you. Chanel's like, I have exes from high school. We just speak in general. Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. I don't feel like. Case was like, oh Lord, that's where insecurities come in. It's about trusting your woman. If she falls into the okie dokie, she's not for you. If she loves you, she's for you. Okie doke, sorry. Danielle says, okay, wait, I like to end on a good note. I do draw the line. Once I'm done, I'll never go back, but I still care about the person. Why can't you say hello or be Facebook friends, etc.? Hear you. Kane was like, it's not a double standard. I think it's a different dynamic if you reverse it.
Yeah.
Ty, one more. Ty was like, you can't blame a female for the intentions of her ex. Nothing happens unless she wants it to happen.
Right. And again, I'm saying, like, if it's an ex, like your ex-husband or your ex-wife or you know, an ex that you was in a very committed relationship to or whatever like that, and we trying to establish something new, and you still keep in contact on a certain level with this person, not good. I'm not feeling that. And if I see that, if we just start dating or whatever like that, I may fall back. I may just fall way back or whatever like that, because there's something you probably still haven't gotten over. So that's just me. I'm just saying.
And in every case, you get a feeling. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know whether this person is interested in getting back or not. That's the key. So you're right. You can't blame someone for their intention, but you can feel and know when you're around your partner if your partner is looking at that person to possibly cheat on you again.
Right.
That's what that's about.
Right. And shout out to Kane Nova. He said it's not a double standard. I think it's different. You read that, right?
Yeah, I said
my
that,
bad, my bad. You read Ties too?
Yeah, I read that.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with keeping, unless you had a messy breakup, obviously, then. But even, because I remember my first relationship, like we didn't end on bad terms, but you know, he kind of had a little anger thing going on. But once he went to therapy and he got a therapist and they were talking, this, that, and the third, his therapist told him to come back to me and apologize for his ways and this, that, and the third. So he was like, you know what? I got a therapist. I want to let you know that, I'm bettering myself, and I wanted to thank you for, being part of the relationship and helping me get through things, this, that, and the third. And I felt like I owed you that.
Respect.
Okay, let's clap it up.
I respect that.
I think that's dope.
Therapy is good. Therapy is good.
No, I agree. You're right. That's dope.
So I'm just saying, like, I don't see anything really wrong with just keep saying, "Hey, what's up?" Because y'all love each other at a point in time.
Right.
You got to say that you got to care for their well-being. You can't say, "I don't give a rat's butt about them."
So case by case, we evaluate. That's all.
You
can sniff. You can sniff some shenanigans out. Come on, fam.
Right.
Yo,
yeah,
and at the same
trust your
time,
gut. Facts.
And at the same time, it actually helps to always put that disclaimer out there. Like, not to be, super blunt with it, but you could smooth it out and just, introduce that, oh, I'm in a relationship, oh, I got a girlfriend, boyfriend, or I'm about to go out with my boo, blah, blah, blah. So this way, you putting down them hints and they gonna pick it up. You feel me?
No doubt. Clap it up. Now, look, we about to shift gears, and we still could talk. If you want to call in and talking about the signs.
Yo, Kiss, you are crazy. That's all I'm going to say. Kiss is a nut.
We reading the comment? Oh, what?
I don't know if we can read it.
He's like, nah, he was nuts. He had to go, yo.
The boy in therapy.
Listen,
Come
I was
on.
just trying to save him. Like, when I was young in high school, I just wanted to save these dudes, okay?
Yo, she was playing Captain Save-A-Hole.
Next question.
We all have.
Next question. I want y'all to be honest about this. You might have heard it on the news or people talk about it on social media. We're asking, will you boycott Netflix because of Monique? Will you boycott Netflix because of Monique? So in case you don't know, basically Netflix offered Monique a deal or whatever, and they offered her $500,000. They offered her $500,000
for a comedy special.
For a comedy special. And what's the rest? She didn't want to take it because
she felt some type of way because Chris Rock got some money, Dave Chappelle got money, Amy Schmuller, I'm sorry, I don't know her last name, but got like 13 mil. She's just saying all these other comedians got millions, and how come I'm reduced to 500,000?
Right.
So she wants us. She thinks it's racial bias. She thinks it's gender bias, and she wants everyone to boycott Netflix in the name of the Me Too movement.
Okay, what y'all think about that?
Listen,
and I'm gonna go in how I feel about it. I think you want us to boycott for selfish reasons. I'm just saying. This is just me. You got your own reasoning or whatever like that, why you feel as though we should boycott. You saying this because they offered this person more money and whatever like that. And she's saying it's gender and race bias. Yeah. I don't know about that. I mean, because, if you look at the Chris Rocks and Dave Chappelle's or whatever, they gotten offered a substantial amount of money. So Amy Schumer, okay, it's female.
She sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. Well,
what was that, like twice?
Three times?
And I guess they're also basing it, too, on how relevant they feel you are. Let's be honest.
She had a summer movie.
Let's be honest. But right now, I'm going to play the clip. I got the clip of Monique asking us to boycott, and let's play that. You are listening to the Man Cave Morning Show right now, WBKS1.com. So check this out. Let me know what y'all feel about this, and let me find a clip for y'all. So get ready.
No, she took to social media, and actually she did do a follow-up video. We'll talk about that though.
All right, so let me find a clip for the peoples. Okay, got the clip for y'all, and here we go.
Hey, my loves. I am asking that you stand with me and boycott Netflix for gender bias and color bias. I was offered a $500,000 deal last week to do a comedy special. However, Amy Schumer was offered $11 million, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle $20 million. Then Amy Schumer went back and renegotiated $2 more million because she said I shouldn't get what the men are getting, they're legends, however I should get more, and Netflix agreed. When we asked Netflix to explain the difference, why the money was so different, they said, well, we believe that's what Monique will bring. We said, well, what about my resume? They said, we don't go off of resumes. Then we asked them, what was it about Amy Schumer? And they said, well, she sold out Madison Square Garden twice, and she had a big movie over the summer. Is that not Amy Schumer's resume? And then Netflix said, by the way, we believe Monique is a legend too. Why shouldn't I get what the legends are getting? Please stand with me in this boycott of Netflix. I love us for real.
You can't just be throwing the word boycott around. That kind of made me upset this time watching it. Like,
I don't know. Go ahead, Will.
You know what? Me and my ex got into a huge fight about Monique. You remember last year when Monique was complaining about Tyler Perry and the business and this, that, and the other, this and other. I was like, that's right. We got to stick together as black people, and there's racism in the world. My complete view at that time was completely emotional, right? I had an emotional response. Me and Jenna were talking about this before the show started, right? A lot of times I make mistakes making decisions based upon emotion. Let me tell you what my ex said. She said, listen, you are right about those things, but strategically, the way she's going about her business is incorrect, right? So yes, you're muddling two issues here. Is there sexism and is there racism? Of course there is. Now you're going to get white people to say we're not racist because we just paid 2 black men $20 million. You're going to get some white people to say we're not sexist because we just gave money to another female. Right? So my issue is I had to really rethink my issue, right, about Monique. While I agree, she is absolutely right about gender bias and race bias. Business-wise, personally, I think she should have took the $500,000.
Facts.
Did the greatest Netflix special ever known to man.
And we just talked about
did her exercises, ate her Wheaties, and got exposure. Because the deal is exposure. You would have got more money had you, because people have Netflix that don't know anything about Monique.
Let me tell you.
So you should have took that deal, got the exposure, and then made another deal.
Yes. What you should have did.
That's business.
You got smart lawyer. You've been like, look, only thing they really trying to kick out to me right now is $500,000. And I guess their reasoning was, again, they wasn't as relevant as some of these other people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm quite sure Tiffany Haddish got paid just coming off a girls trip from Showtime for her special, but she was relevant. Tiffany Haddish was relevant. So with Monique, I would have took the $500,000, like he said, had my lawyer put a clause in the contract, say, put an escalation clause in the contract. Right now, I'll take the $500,000 if it does this many views. If this Netflix series does this many views or whatever like that, the next time around, I want this amount because I proved that I'm worthy of it. I may have done that. I'm sorry.
And
I'm a businessman.
There's no question that Monique is a better stand-up comedian than Amy Schumer, right? She's more talented. That's no one's questioning that. Yeah. But you're getting paid for your relevancy. To wit, Cuba Gooding Jr. won an Oscar. Halle Berry won an Oscar. Whoopi Goldberg, Marissa Tomei, and on and on and on it goes. When's the last? Not Django. When's the last Jamie Foxx movie you saw? Right. Not Django. Jamie Foxx is on a game show. Whoopi Goldberg on the grind on The View every day. Who's more talented than Whoopi? Who? But she got to reinvent herself. She got to come back. She got to do things on the back end. You follow me? You can't just say, well, I'm the most decorated and I'm the most talented, and therefore they're telling you have no relevance. So bet on yourself. Take the one-time deal, and then renegotiate. Don't they renegotiate all the time? No?
Listen.
In this game?
Listen.
Bet on yourself.
You gotta stay relevant. It's about, she's taking it way too personally. It's about staying relevant. Because listen, the way the industry works now is they're going to pick the actor that has a bigger following than the other actor. Put aside talent. Put aside the talent. Put aside your manager.
Nope.
If I can put you in a movie and you're going to repost that movie flyer and be like, come see me in theater starting this Friday, that actor's going to have more people coming out, and that's what it all boils down to. It boils down to money. And can she bring in the numbers? I don't think so.
Right. It's all about what have you done lately. It's all about what have you done lately. And she's still in her head, she's riding off the fact that she won an Oscar for Precious. So she feels as though her worth is crazy. You know what? I'm worth this because in her head, I got this Oscar. I have done this or whatever like that. Let me tell you something. In this business, you constantly have to reinvent yourself. You can't be riding off what you did 20 years ago.
Listen, let me.
15 years ago.
Can I tell you guys the most after Precious? Precious was in 2009. Okay, film wise, what came after Precious was Blackbird. She was in 2014, and she also was in About. And then in 2016, she was in Almost Christmas. All right. Now, TV wise, what she's been doing since 2009 is. She on Love and Hip Hop, they do the reunion special. She did the reunion special for season 4. That was only 2 episodes. Then in 2015, she was in Bessie with Queen Latifah and all.
Great movie.
That was a great movie. She was nominated for awards for that, but she didn't win anything. Okay.
Monique is talented.
She's talented. No one's taking that away from her. But listen,
and I'm a fan, by the way. Go ahead.
That's not the problem. Monique. That's not the problem. Like
so, check this out.
I love Monique. I think this business deal that she's doing is not right.
I'm hearing everything y'all saying right now, right? I see that we're clearly talking about fan bases. You know what I'm saying? And I do agree. Like it's real hard to really try to stand with her on this whole boycott situation because it seemed more personal to her than it is of an actual case of sexism or racism because of skin color. So this is my proposed scenario. You got Kevin Hart and you got Monique, and now Netflix is giving them an offer. From a business perspective, who you think is going to get more?
Of course, Kevin Hart.
You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Hart.
So what are people gonna say? Is that a sexism thing because Kevin Hart's a man and she's a woman? He gonna get more than her? Like, no. The relevance that I'm trying to make in my point is that Kevin Hart's been putting out ever since Kevin Hart made it, and he's been consistent with year after year. He's done movies, he's done his own stand-up shows and whatnot, and everything that he does or touches sells like that because of his fan base.
Look, and clap yourself up for that, man. I think some more would have took $500,000.
Go ahead.
But and let me tell you something. Some more sort of is more relevant than Monique. Why? Because she's an active stand-up comic. She's traveling all over the country, all over, performing her stand-up. I think she's at the Garden coming up. Either they had the show at the Garden already, or she's actually in a comedy show coming up at the Garden. She's more relevant because she's active. She's active. You can't think that you're active because you're making Instagram videos and Facebook videos and Twitter and sending out tweets, whatever. You can't think that you're relevant based on that. You got to be in something that we're currently looking at, that we're currently going to, or whatever like that. And Monique got to realize that. You know what I'm saying? She's a victim of that Oscar curse. She's a victim of that.
All right, so Monique followed up with another Instagram video. She refers to Wanda Sykes because Wanda Sykes tweeted at her saying, "Oh, shout out to you for speaking up, but the same thing happened to me, except Wanda only got $250,000 for her comedy specials that she was gonna get on Netflix." So Monique went back on Instagram and refers to Wanda and says, "How is it that us two legends, we've been in the comedic game for over this some odd years, 50 years, whatever, and you mean to tell me that us legends were only worth collectively $750,000? Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, principle, like, all right, we need to give homage to legends. Always. I'm always for that. But just like we're saying, like, you always got to be working.
Yes.
You always got to stay working.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you something right now. In this business, emotions, riding with your emotions sometimes will cause you to lose opportunity. And I'm going to say it again. Riding with your emotions sometimes will cause you to lose opportunity. Sometimes you got to think and poly that situation to make it work for you. Like we was discussing earlier. Take that $500,000. Give the best damn show possible. In your show, your comedy show is saying, now, you know, when they give Monique that standing ovation, you know what I'm saying? In that show was saying, what y'all think now? Don't y'all think this was worth about $10 million Netflix? Yep. In your show like that. Yep. Boom. You know? In your show like that, and probably that situation into another situation, man. Sometimes you got to think. You ride too hard off of
you know what we didn't mention? Monique has been blackballed in Hollywood, okay? She's been blackballed as difficult to work with. She said it herself. She had her interviews, and after Precious, Lee Daniels calls her and told her that she didn't hop off the Oscar properly. She received her Oscar. She received her nomination. She didn't go out and she didn't go promote herself and this, that, and third. So, you know, everyone says that she's hard to work with. So when you have that reputation, like, I think you were lucky to get that $500K.
Let me piggyback on what we all said. We were in the studio doing show prep, right? General looked at me and said, your perception is out there in the industry, you're known to complain and not your body of work.
Right.
Yeah.
I had to stop because I'm an emotional person, and now I'm learning to not make decisions based upon how I feel. Right? I'm not trying to obfuscate the issue of gender biased and racial biased.
Right.
But what is the best business decision? Number one, you are in the industry of perception. That's what entertainment is. What people think about you. If they think you're this, then they pay you for that. You understand what I'm saying? This is your business. That's number one. Number two, Monique has had an incredible career. Incredible. When she was riding high on the Parkers and doing all her stand-up. So I'm now questioning the business acumen. I think you should have look, back in the day when I was upset about what Lee Daniels and Oprah and this is horrible. Guess what I think now? You should have got on that train, on that bus, and promoted that Oscar movie until the heels fell off of your thing. Because that's the business that you're in. You take that exposure and you parlay it into the next deal. Not give me right now, and then I'll produce. No, that's not how it works.
Right. She doesn't have a good team around, because she had a good team around her.
I don't think
her publicist would be like, shh.
But she says now, don't attack my husband. He's a black man representing me. I love that he's a black man. She's a black woman. But I can say as a black man, I don't think you're making the right decision.
Yeah, and he's too close to that situation. That's why sometimes having your husband represent you like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how to love. I get it, babe. This what I would be.
Go ahead.
This what I would say to Sandy, and she's a comedian in her own right.
Right.
But I'll be like, babe, check this out. We're going to take this $500,000 right now. We're going to take this $500,000.
We're going to take it.
Because it's going to be on Netflix. Millions and millions of people going to watch this. They're going to love it. You're going to be funny. All of that. Now, this is how we're going to parlay that. Now we're going to try to move this from Netflix and license what we did for Netflix to Showtime, to HBO, to Comedy Central. Because those licensing situations will get you paid even more. See, I know the business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now we can make more money off of that.
Right.
And then we're going to renegotiate another deal similar with a cable company like Showtime, HBO, or one of these other networks or whatever. You got to know how to poly that situation. And then we're going to turn this into a tour.
Right. General straight slaughter them on the business tip, man.
I'm saying, like, come on. It's like, yo, listen, we got to think. Stop riding off emotions, please. We got to think, man.
And one thing,
honestly, I'm surprised that she doesn't have anything to promote right now. Like, after she caused a stir, she should have planned it out right, because every time someone started a stir, they got something to promote. Just like when Seal was talking, guess why he was talking? Because he's going on tour in February in the UK, and he got to get some ticket sales.
No doubt.
I just clicked on Monique's page.
And shout out to Jordan Rock. Shout out to Chris Rock's little brother on the check-in.
Respect.
Yeah, salute, fam.
Yeah, I clicked on her link on her Instagram. The thing that she has on her Instagram that she's promoting is Monique Something Different. It's on Amazon, but you can't even watch it. It says this title is currently unavailable. That just speaks to it all. Like, if I'm clicking on the link that's on your own Instagram and I can't even watch this because it's not available, what is that telling you? How are you going to pull in all those numbers for Netflix?
Yes. Clap that up.
She has nothing to promote right now.
Hey, Jordan, man, if you can, call in, man, because I want you to weigh in on this situation, because Jordan Rock is a comedian as well, very funny as well, keeping right up there with Tony Rock and his big brother Chris and everything. Jordan, I would love for you to weigh in on this Monique situation, and what would you do? You know what I'm saying? What would you do in a situation like that?
And while we're waiting on this call, man, you know what General and Yo and Jay teach me every day? It's a business. Let me tell you something, dude. This is a brutal business, right?
Yeah.
It is not about, look, what you see up here now, which looks great, and we're on the camera, we got our own radio show.
Right.
That is what? 1% of the business. So I'm just calling for better business acumen. Okay?
Yeah.
General and Yo, Jay, slam me all the time for my business is not. You understand? You're making wrong business decisions. Don't pull into two different things. There is racism, there is sexism. But I can, and I agree with that, and you know I'm the conspiracy theorist and bang on the beast and yada, 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 yada. But I can say you're making a wrong business decision. You're making one after the next after the next.
And what she did with
and
Netflix,
I'm a fan.
What she did with Netflix, she played poker with them and lost.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because
it happens.
Because she set it up to the point to where they declined to even come back. You know what? You are way better for this offer or whatever like that. Sorry, we can't accommodate you or whatever. And then that's what I said. She ruined the opportunity. And there is a right way. And hear me on this.
Go ahead.
When you doing a business deal, there's a right way to decline. There's a right way to say no.
Okay.
There's a right way to decline where they will respect that and possibly, you know what? We gonna throw you another $250,000, whatever like that. What you think about this one, or whatever. And it's up to you whether you want it or not. But there's a right way to say no too.
General,
and getting on there and telling people to boycott wasn't the right first move.
Listen,
I don't think.
Can I tell you real quick? I'm sorry.
Go.
What you mean to tell me that you want me to boycott Netflix? Shonda Rhimes made a huge deal with Netflix. A huge deal.
Drop the mic.
Every show that Shonda is putting out is not going on ABC anymore. It's going straight to Netflix. So you mean to tell me
Chandra is a $1 billion industry on her own.
Hello?
Black woman. Billions of dollars she generates.
You know how many years Grey's Anatomy has been on? You know how many seasons it is? Let me tell you. Netflix has been the center for a lot of black movies. Okay, the representation is real on Netflix. You can't call racial bias.
So moving forward, the billions of dollars that Chandra generates from ABC is now being taken to. I just want to be clear.
Yeah,
Chandra is a beast, and that's going to Netflix.
Love her.
You better watch out for Tyler next. You better watch out for Tyler going to Netflix.
Poor business decision making and poor business etiquette. That's all it's really boiling down to. You know what I'm saying? Like, Monique, I hear you and I feel you, but at the end of the day, it's just a poor business decision. The strategy, it wasn't properly planned out. Right. And if you were trying to strategize and negotiate for more money, there was a better way of going about it. Mm-hmm. And just trying to pull fans away from something that they like. And like we said, there's a lot of good black representation on Netflix. That's a tough cookie right there. That's really standing between a rock and a hard place.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Because if Issa Rae or whatever told Monique, let's boycott Netflix or whatever like that, because you know what, they're gonna renew me for a new season, but they're giving me less money, so let's all boycott Netflix. Would Monique do it if she was an avid Netflix supporter and she had friends that were on Netflix or whatever and got shows on Netflix? Would you do it, Monique? I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. I just think it's kind of selfish, because I think there's another direction you could have took with the whole situation. But that's just me. But I feel you with your point and everything like that. You think they're being biased. So I just don't know. I don't know.
And shout out to Wanda Sykes, who is hella talented.
She's funny as
hell.
And
hella funny. Right? Shout out and shout out to all of these Oscar-winning actors that don't work anymore. Norm gave me a list of 20 people that won an Oscar that don't work. Yeah. So it's what have you done for me lately? It's a tough business.
Yeah, it's a tough grind.
Brutal.
And yeah, you can call in with your thoughts as well. The phone number is 646-233-1302. Yep.
Yeah, Chanel's like, she is definitely going off her emotions, and she's losing because she has no correct business tactics. Her husband is clueless. Paula was like, that is true. Riding with your emotions will definitely cause you to lose opportunities. Sometimes you have to swallow your pride and show up. When you do your thing with excellence, you are in better standing to go back to the drawing board.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I was like, she has a habit of burning bridges when she doesn't get what she wants, and that's why she's in the position that she's in.
You burn every bridge.
No doubt. No doubt. Let's clap it up for the comments. Shout out to Andrea Staten. What's up? What's up, sis? Just joined us. Shout out to Kelvin Mason, PA Wildcats. What's up, fan? Tony Mack joined us.
Icy Gray.
You see that Icy Gray hat, Tony?
Give me a call. You see me, I got the Icy Gray.
And again, shout out to Jordan Rock, man, on checking.
Jen, I'm sorry, I gotta go back. So now you say she played poker and she lost. Right. Let's say she's playing poker. They shoot a 500,000, right? They go back and forth and they go, okay, give you 1.5. Do you think that would have been? You follow what I'm saying?
It probably wouldn't have been enough.
Probably wouldn't have been enough. What about, Jen? I'm not trying to be funny. What about 2? Was 2 enough?
Listen,
1.5. If I haven't been relevant, if I haven't been on the comedy circuit in a minute, if I haven't been in no films in a minute, yeah, I'm taking 1.5 million, bro. Again, I'm going to poly that into something else. I'm going to make it work for me.
Why did they say take this 500,000 or not? General brings a point up. Why were they unwilling to negotiate? Oh, you can't take this 500,000? Bye. Norm do deals every day. You have a back and a forth. This is my offer. This is my counter offer. Yeah. She said there was no counter offer. She said, we don't want to deal with you. Why is that? That's my point.
Yeah. Right.
That's my point.
Listen,
and I love her. I love her.
Patricia was like,
yeah, get them comments.
Patricia Shell Givens. Hey, what's up, sis?
I love Monique, but 500,000 is a lot of money when you need to eat and pay bills. I can't support the boycott simply because she has a personal vendetta to ruin Netflix. Getting ahead sometimes means you have to take what you can get until you get what you want. I pray it all works out for her because she still deserves to work. Listen, this could all probably be a plot for her to see how many fans she can actually reel in. Like, you never know. Next week, Netflix may be like, here's your money.
But
I'm dropping Patricia's mic. Patricia, thank you.
Here's my swing on that comment about trying to reel fans in. You know, if I was Monique, boom, I ain't do nothing relevant in a minute. Yeah. I'm kind of dusty right now. I'm trying to, do some spring cleaning, you know what I'm saying? Come back out there swinging, bang, bang, you know what I mean? I would have took that deal, went on that platform, used it.
And blew it up.
Blew that up.
Burned it out of
Show them why Monique. And show them why I'm worth more than 500 G's. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what I would have did, and I felt like reeling in more fans would have been like, crawfishing. You feel me? You just cast the big net out there and you just swooping up.
Netflix would have gave you the bigger fan base.
They
to
definitely
give you
would've.
leverage. Yeah. Netflix is where it's at.
Yeah, so let me tell you. Actually, they have Monique stuff on Netflix.
And by the way, the last special I watched from Monique was on Netflix. When that's when she was in prison.
Yeah,
I watched that on Netflix. She has
Monique. I Could Have Been Your Cellmate.
I watched that.
She's also on Shaquille O'Neal.
And I watched
presents
that.
The All Star Comedy Jam.
The last 2 times I watched Monique was on Netflix.
Right, and then
that's facts.
What are the dates on that?
Hold on, and she's also on Blackbird. Blackbird was 2014. The Shaq Show was 2010, and I Could Have Been Your Cellmate was 2006. So the most recent was 2014 with Blackbird.
But she has shows on Netflix. That's the only.
I'm just saying she's representative on Netflix. Is all I'm saying.
And I watched those 2 specials before any of this controversy. I was like, "Ooh, we got some Monique," and I clicked it just because I saw a face. And one of them was in 2006.
Let's see. I don't know if Netflix gives you the numbers, but maybe these numbers aren't too hot. Like. Because it's not like she's not representative on Netflix. She is. So maybe they're saying... She didn't even refer to the fact that she has stuff on Netflix, though. We should have put it in context when we started. Because I didn't even...
Well, thank you for putting it in context.
Yeah, she didn't even put it in context for herself. Now, you acting like you're not on Netflix. You are on Netflix. What numbers you hitting right now?
She on there right now. Who knows about tomorrow?
Yep, true.
You're getting there on a public forum talking about boycott Netflix.
And as an aside, Whoopi Goldberg is one of the most talented comedians ever, right? Is she on The View right now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that tells you.
Yeah, that says a lot.
Right.
She's very talented and one of the greatest stand-up comedians of our generation. What's she doing? She's on a View every day.
Yeah.
All right. Then you gotta change, right? You gotta do different stuff to stay relevant out here in these streets.
Speaking of which, and we're gonna switch gears. Shout out to everybody, man, that's commenting on the check-in. We appreciate everybody on YouTube that's watching us live, on Twitter watching us live, Periscope watching us live, on Ustream, in the mother site WBKS1.com, and Facebook. Salute to you all. Let's clap it up for y'all. Y'all heard about the whole Seal response to Stacey Dash, and then Stacey Dash clapped back.
Gotta give this some context.
Yeah. So anybody want to bring up that story or woo?
All right. Basically, when Seal posted the picture that I was screaming and yelling about, with Oprah standing next to Harvey Weinstein saying "you knew," Stacey Dash was like, "I agree." Right. So now Seal then shoots back, not at Oprah, but at Stacey, and says, "You're in a sunken place, keep my name out your mouth," etc., etc., etc. Stacey then writes a long letter to Seal. Now, I'm not a Stacey Dash fan. I disagree with her. I think she has some very coonish tendencies. But I gotta say what's right. I gotta call out what I see. This woman wrote a letter and said, listen, do you really think that with everything that's going on in Hollywood now, these big moguls and these big female actresses like Oprah Winfrey and Meryl Streep, etc., was not aware of Harvey Weinstein's reputation? She then goes on to say, everyone keeps saying I'm a nobody, Stacey Dash the nobody. She said, as an actress and as a nobody, I knew enough to have male representation with me when I met with Harvey Weinstein, and Harvey Weinstein tried something, and my male guy that was with me defended me against that attack.
So hold on, just in case y'all didn't see it, here's what Seal had to say, and
all right, let's get it.
Tell me what y'all feel about this.
Context.
Yes.
Hi everyone. First of all, let me apologize for the delayed response, and secondly for the less than perfect lighting. I'm out in the Alps and I just got home after a day's riding, so please bear with me. Now let's get straight to it. Let me start by saying that I have an enormous amount of respect for everything that Oprah has achieved and contributed in her life. What I reposted was not an attack on Oprah at all. She just happened to be the person photographed with the pig in the picture. No, what I reposted was commentary on the hypocritical and double standard nature and behavior of Hollywood. So Fox News, back off, but I'll get to you later. Next, to those of us who support the Me Too movement, just know this. Not one of the women who have been sexually abused, not one of the women who have come forward has received any real justice whatsoever. Losing your job because you either A, raped, B, sexually abused, or even sexually harassed a woman is not real punishment. You steal from the post office, you go to jail. And hashtag real talk for a second, we all know what would happen to any one of those power abusers if they looked like me. Next, somebody posted a comment on this post saying, calling me an Uncle Tom, saying, quote, they were disappointed to see a brother tearing a sister down, end of quote. So let me get this straight. In order to promote social awareness dialogue on this particular subject, I repost, not create, but repost a meme that appeared on my social feed, and now all of a sudden it's a brother tearing down a sister issue. Let me make something abundantly clear to you. I am English born, but don't get that baby kiss from a rose stuff twisted. See these scars on my face? My parents are from Africa, more specifically Nigeria, and I am about as black as you will ever get. Next, Fox News. Don't try and use me as a pawn against Oprah and in any of your political games. And Stacey Dash, keep my name out of your mouth. Do not retweet, requote anything I have said in order to reinforce your self-hating agenda. You live in the sunken place. Again, this was not an attack against Oprah. This was an observation of the toxic nature of Hollywood. And I believe that a conscious people are a progressive people. Next, to all of you who have been raped, to all of you who have been sexually abused, I applaud you for coming forward. What you did takes real courage. And please keep showing that courage, and please keep coming forward, because that's the only way that we get to solve this thing. We talk about it, we open dialogue, we solve it. For the rest of us, I've got some new ones for you. How about hashtag we all knew? How about hashtag tell the truth? How about hashtag accountability? Seal out. Hi, everyone. First of all, let me apologize.
Wow. And while you're pulling up the next clip, I have to call myself to accountability. Last week, when Seal posted that picture, I got behind his microphone and was like, Seal, shut up. Don't take away from these women's moment. Whatever you think about Oprah, blah, 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 blah. It's about the woman, it's about the woman, it's about the woman. Let me tell you how I got to curve my own self as a fool. I allowed my emotions to get in the way of what he was saying. What he was saying is that there were a lot of people that knew about this impropriety before any of this started. And a lot of these women still did business with these monstrous people. And that's why he's saying hashtag accountability. Now let's move back on the stage. And I'm a fan of Seal, not so much of Stacey Dash, but I love what Stacey said. Let's bring Stacey. let's move on.
Let's read the comment.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
In our Stacey Dash voice.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
In my Stacey Dash voice. Okay, I got you.
Cool. No.
Yes. Let's read the comments.
I won't walk back what I believe. Oprah, the homecoming queen, prom queen, and class president knew. Meryl, the high school drama star, knew. Most of these women wearing black knew. The class clown, Seth MacFarlane, knew. He joked about it a few years ago on the Oscars, Hollywood's equivalent of the prom, Dash writes. You know how I can say this? Because I knew. So how clueless am I? I knew enough when meeting Harvey Weinstein to bring a male chaperone, and it paid off, as he did make a move on me. My chaperone blocked him and said, not this one. You can read it all about it here. My chaperone knew.
Well, let's clap it up.
I'm going to clap up Stacey Dash for that, for what she just said. I'm going to clap that up.
Yeah.
So,
even though I'm not a fan of hers.
Has Stacey Dash redeemed herself?
No.
With this comment?
But she's right.
She's right on this one. I can agree. I agree to this.
And when I'm wrong, I got to be man enough to say I'm wrong. No, Stacey has not redeemed herself in the eyes of the community.
No, because there's plenty of movies. There's plenty of, personal accounts of how women have been abused in the industry. Like it's no secret. Maybe us, the public, didn't know Harvey Weinstein was like that, but in the industry, they all knew. Which is he had a position of power.
This is such a massive and broad issue. Mm-hmm. Make it clear. We are not for anyone being raped, abused, or anything else like that. Mm-hmm. But now Seal and Stacey and other people are bringing another issue. Here's the issue, which I agree with them so much. Hashtag accountability. There were a lot of women that did a lot of business with a lot of very bad people. Mm-hmm. Right. Are we going to talk about that as well? The same way I gotta be like, you know what? When I told Seal to be quiet last week, I was wrong. Let's get it all out there. So if you're going to hold to task these men that rape these women and do all of these bad things, your silence is your compliance. There were thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people that knew what was wrong and didn't say anything. You want to get into why they didn't say anything? They don't want to get this, and they want to. What's that boy, Corey Haim, or ask Corey Haim? You remember Willis from Different Strokes?
Yeah.
What's his name? Todd Bridges. Todd Bridges has been talking about pedophilia for at least 10 years.
Yep.
Corey Haim been talking about it for at least 10 years.
Yep.
No hashtag, just career suicide. So guess what? You know what? We all gonna take responsibility for whether it's my silence, whether it was Dawood acting off of emotion and not seeing the issue entirely for what it was.
Right.
Let's really get at this and start to protect these women and change the world. But we gotta hold everyone accountable.
Everyone.
If you were quiet about this, you are part of the problem.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it real.
Absolutely.
And if I'm in the business and I know something wrong and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk all the way. Go ahead, yo.
You know, because honestly, if everyone knew and you didn't feel inspired to protect the next woman against this guy, against other guys like him, then everyone's wearing black protesting against it, but y'all could have did your part when it was happening, when you found out, but no one did their part when they found out.
Trust me, a lot of people that wore that black made money off that guy.
Yes.
When they did business with him. Instead of just saying, I'm not going to do business with you.
Yeah, Danielle was like, can the men be accountable to their brother's keeper? Why does Oprah have to blow the whistle? His boys and staff and family should have been accountable as well.
No, I agree with that. Let's clap that up.
Everyone who knew should be held accountable. It wasn't a secret. It's been going on for years and years. I just feel some type of way that, you know, they didn't protect the next one. You didn't protect the next woman, because if you knew he did that to you, what makes you think that he won't do it to the next one?
Let's take it a step further, because we all gonna get some of this. No one in this room was unaware of how bad Hollywood was. Did it stop any of us from going to see a movie?
Right.
To buying a tape, to boycotting. Did it stop Dawood? I'm gonna bring it on myself now.
The casting couch has existed since Hollywood existed.
I'm gonna bring it on myself. Why is it that I don't want either one of my children to get into the entertainment business? Why is my ex-wife no longer in the business? Because I know what goes on. But did that stop Dawood from putting money into this demon in pocket? No, it did not. So let's really talk. Let's stop pointing fingers at everybody else and take accountability to the $15 that I paid to some Harvey Weinstein movie or whatever.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because the public is, you know what the public can say? No more movies ever until you address this rape. Did I go see Star Wars? Did I go see Marvel? Did I go see? You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't be no hypocrite now. Let's bring it out. Like, come on, let's talk for real about what Dawood is doing or not doing. You know what I mean? Just because I'm not doing something, I have to actively say, not only is it wrong, I gotta do something about it. Me saying that's wrong and not doing anything about it is wrong for Dawood. Right? Come on, man. We gonna talk.
No, true indeed.
Ty was like, how ridiculous is it to blame these people because they knew? Yes, maybe they did know, but that doesn't mean that they didn't warn anyone that they knew that it was doing business with Harvey Weinstein. How do we know that these people weren't warned in some way or another? After all, we all know that there are sharks in the ocean, but that doesn't stop most of us from swimming in it.
So let me ask you. Whoa.
Go ahead.
You knew Dr. J was sexually assaulting female co-workers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You knew that he was like, yo, you want to be on the Man Cave Morning Show? You're going to have to do a little something for me. You know what I'm saying? You knew he was like that.
Go ahead.
What would you do? Would you put it out there publicly, or would you pull Dr. J aside and be like, yo, this has to stop? What would you do?
First, I will pull him to the side privately. If the private doesn't work, I'm going to go public. But first, I will come up like, look, this got to stop. I got to be a man of my... And also, I'm not going to do business with him. That's just me. I can't speak for everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a tough... Man, you got me sweating up in here, Jack. Looking like a damn idiot.
Yeah, I know.
You got me sweating up in here.
Yeah.
because you know...
So...
Go ahead.
One of the things Oprah could have done if she knew, you know, as powerful as Oprah is.
Go ahead.
If she known of this behavior from Harvey Weinstein, she should have pulled him aside and be like, Harvey, what you doing to these women needs to stop.
Right.
So I get it. You know, what Daniel was saying. Oh, he got male friends too, and male. You know, they should have told him and blah 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 blah. But no, if somebody as powerful as Oprah approach Harvey, I'm quite sure Harvey is going to listen to her out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Either change his ways or continue his ways. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know if that happened.
We don't.
Because Oprah didn't come forward and say.
Yeah, there's more to the story.
We don't know. That's true.
There's a lot we don't know.
Yeah. That's true.
We don't know.
The entire thing hasn't been publicized as yet.
No,
what I'm saying is, while we're looking at everyone else, me included, on my microphone talking crap about everybody, I also want to look at myself, right? And whatever role I played in that, small or big, right? I got to hold myself to accountability and moving forward and doing better. Yo, General, I don't got all the answers. I mess up and do wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
But come on, man. If everybody stopped going to the movies, right? It would be no debate at all.
True indeed.
It would all stop.
True indeed.
Right?
Yeah. Let's clap that up. And again, if you're just joining us, we're talking about several things. We're talking about will you boycott Netflix because of Monique? Will you boycott Netflix because of Monique? And also because of Stacey Dash recent comments in reference to this Harvey Weinstein thing in response to Seal and all of that, she said some things that are true that, you know, I'll give her credit for.
You got a public figure that I don't like at all and not a fan of speaking the truth. And I'm here to say Stacey Dash on this one right here.
She redeemed herself?
No, she did not. She did not redeem herself. No. But she's right, and I stand behind you.
No doubt.
That's all.
So as a show of hands on as far as Netflix, if you're not boycotting, raise your hand.
Oh, not boycotting Netflix?
If you're not boycotting Netflix because of what Monique said, raise your hand. You boycotting?
Not boycotting.
I'm not gonna boycott.
You said raise your hand if you're not boycotting.
Who watched Netflix to begin with, though?
If you're not boycotting,
I don't have cable. I watch Netflix and Hulu every day.
All the time.
Just checking. Okay, go ahead.
All the time.
I'm not
boycotting. I love Netflix.
I'm not boycotting either.
Not for this.
No, definitely not for that.
No. I need to catch Shonda Rhimes shows. Listen, I'm an avid supporter. I'm trying to get on her set one day. Shonda, you listening? You got to pee over here.
1 year ago, before any of this controversy, I was flipping through the things. It was like, Monique. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And watch the stuff. What I wasn't aware of any movie she was doing. I'm sure she was in movies. I'm sure she had all her stand-up. I was like, yo, I see Monique. And I watched a special. One special was better than the other. I bet you I watched both of them. Where did I watch them at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's listen to what some of her peers said about boycotting Netflix for Monique. Check this out.
I just watched the Monique video. She wants us to boycott Netflix because they only offer her $500,000. Monique, $500,000 might not be shit to you or me or Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, or the white woman that got 11 million. But it means a lot to these broke niggas that are following us. It could be their 10-year income, so you're not gonna get much support there. Plus, cable costs $200. DirecTV costs $150. Netflix costs $9.99, and niggas love discounts. Plus, I'm waiting on my next Netflix deal, so I can't really fuck with it right now. Now, if they offer me some bullshit like 40 cents a day, then I'll tell niggas to kiss my ass. But as for right now, stranger things are about to come on, so I have to go. Good luck, Monique.
Hello, my loves. I would like all of you to join me on Boycott Telemundo. Recently, I pitched a comedy special, and they said no due to racial, gender, and language bias. They said they're a Spanish-speaking network, and I don't speak Spanish, so they wouldn't give me a special. They've given Gabriel Iglesias a special, I think. And George Lopez, I've never heard him speak Spanish, like a few words, but it just goes to show the discrimination that's happening at Telemundo. Now, granted, I don't know Spanish, but I want to be a trailblazer. Plus, I had the beginning and end of my special. Hola, hello, gracias, adios, thank you, good night. I just got to fill in the rest. I can learn Spanish, but the fact that they wouldn't even negotiate and give me a special lets me know that there is racial, gender, and language bias at Telemundo. So please join me in boycotting this Spanish-speaking network. Thank you. Gracias.
Monique, let me tell you something. I feel you. You've been on my mind, and guess what? I hate to say it. You know, they're not really fucking with me either. So this is my Me Too moment. You know what I'm saying? But there's a couple ways we can go get our money. You heard me say that. Our money. One is I can go in there and make them an offer they can't refuse. LA's a very dangerous place to be with not allies. No allies. No compadres. It's who you fuck with, who you don't fuck with. Or we can too short their ass, put it out independently, keep all the bread to ourselves. Find a platform that we can put out and start putting out other comedians they not fucking with, who ain't really sucking their dick.
Welcome to hip-hop. Welcome to hip-hop.
We'll put it out.
Wow.
We'll put it out for you.
They clowning her.
We'll put it out.
They clowning her. I heard a lot of different comedians' response, man. A lot of them like, look, man, I would have took that money.
Same.
You know? And some of them feel as though she's being selfish by telling us to boycott. So, I mean, it is what it is, man.
Her intention is showing.
Yeah. Let's read some. Let's read Paula's comment. Ty's comment.
Paula said, maybe she did. There's no way of knowing whether she did or not. The man is sleazy. He has no choice. His mind is sick and twisted. Referring to Oprah and Weinstein. Ty said, the victims have the power in this situation. No one can make Harvey accountable without their voice, and it seems to me that most of them chose their careers over the right thing to do.
Ty dropping bombs.
Yes.
It's a lot of bombs on today. We're gonna call it the bomb show today.
And the last note.
God.
Last note. Before we close out on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Dig it.
I'm gonna play a quick little something that shows you the difference between President Obama and President Trump on how they handle their daughter, what they think of their daughter. All right, we're gonna watch this clip. Keep it locked.
They really are just solid kids. They don't have an attitude. They're courteous and kind to everybody.
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
They are wonderful girls. They're smart and funny, but most importantly, they're kind. What does Tiffany have of morals?
Well, I think that she's got a lot of moral, and she's really a beautiful baby. She's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet.
The first time you see your daughter in heels is a little bit jarring. Yeah, she's lovely.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
That was disturbing. That was disturbing.
Super creep.
Woo. He spoke for himself.
Yo, how you make a joke like that?
Don't gotta get me to comment on it.
We probably gonna talk about it tomorrow.
At in that
yeah, we do.
That's that real creepy old one. I'd be like, that nervous laugh, like
straight creep bowl.
That's that. He's gonna get
if
that.
She weren't my daughter, I probably date her. As a man with a daughter, you wouldn't. Man, my God. I look. Some thoughts. Listen, when you express certain things, you're showing that's who he is. He's saying that because that's who he is. I got a daughter. I would never thought that and never will. That's who that man is.
Yep.
Guess tomorrow's show gonna be fire too.
Yeah, Denise said very twisted. I agree, Denise. Oh wow, man. We talked about several things. We talked about first. Let's clap it up for our subjects, because some of these subjects came from you. Some of these topics came from you, the listeners. Signs you shouldn't date her. We talked about that. Let's clap it up for that.
Definitely.
Yes. We talked about will you boycott Netflix because of Monique. A lot of us still gonna be watching Netflix. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro. Yeah.
And has Stacey Dash redeemed herself, man, with her comments?
No, sir.
And
but she was right.
But I agree.
She was right on this.
We agree, but she got a couple more earning abilities to do that before she's back on the black side.
And I need all of you to answer this. Is 45 Trump a creep?
Yes.
Super duper creep.
Super creep.
All right, y'all.
Super creepy. Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in. The Man Cave Morning Show. We will be back tomorrow morning and drop some more hot topics on y'all. If y'all want to reach out to us with a topic or a discussion you would like us to talk about on the Man Cave Morning Show, make sure you hit us up at our Instagrams, at our Facebook, at our Twitters, and just hit us up. And because remember, this show is never about us. It's always about you, because you are the next best kept secret. And we out of here, people.
Yes.
Bring some heat. Bring some
bang,
fire.
Bang.
It's the natives.
And you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later. Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming on. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later. Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you